morning and welcome to Joy News at 6. Coming up, teachers give government 2 weeks ultimatum to conclude negotiations on its conditions of service, vowing more nationwide protests in the coming days.
And I can assure you, similar thing will happen in another region tomorrow. And Friday, another thing will happen in another region. So that is the strategy we have put in place.
In politics, NDC flag bearer John Mahama says appointees in his government involved in illegal mining will be made to resign.
In my government, if you're a minister or a DCE or an official and you undertake mining activity, I'll ask you to resign and go and...
Meanwhile, NPP campaign chairman Dan Botche makes a case for his leader Balmia to be considered beyond religious and tribal cards.
Can we limit God when it becomes necessary? He can even use an axe. In 1 Samuel 14:6, Jonathan facing the Philistines asked his armor bearer, who can restrain God?
In business,
National Petroleum Authority sets new benchmark for pricing of products as petrol drops, but diesel goes up marginally to 13 cedis 15 pesos per litre. Details on the Joy Business Report.
And also in the bulletin, we'll tell you about the silent struggles faced by many new mothers in Ghana dealing with postpartum depression.
Don't like your baby, you don't even want to be a mother. It's like, is this thing for me? The thing that is so hyped, this wasn't really living up to my expectations.
These are more coming up in this bulletin live on Joy 99.7 FM and Hits 103.9 FM in Accra and Kumasi. We on Love 99.5 and over 30 affiliates across Ghana, 16 regions including Sankara FM Yendi, Laura FM Laura and Radio Max Takoradi. Get radio, TV and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Stay with me, Mamisi Nyamiche Thompson, for details. Now, teacher unions, namely NAT, NAGRAT and the Coalition of Concerned Teachers, to stage more nationwide protests to pressure government to quickly conclude negotiations on their conditions of service. They are demanding various allowances such as the deprived area allowance, extra basement allowance, book data, online teaching support, and an increase in the CPD allowance. Protests began in the eastern and central regions, where regional executives submitted a petition to the regional ministers, giving the government a 2-week ultimatum to meet their demands. Patrick Boyson is Eastern Regional Chairman of NAT.
It can also not go without reciprocation for the government on the demand we are making on them. 4 allowances, deprived area allowance. Most of our teachers are in the rural communities. Teachers are the most employable people on government payroll. And we are found in the most deplorable areas. Every nook and cranny of the country, we have teachers there.
Exactly.
We are saying by 31st of this month, if we don't hear from government, a fruitful negotiation from our leadership at the national level, we in the region will advise ourselves and take the necessary posture.
Well, it appears this is just the beginning of a series of protests expected to be held in every region across the country. General Secretary of the Ghana Accra chapter of NAT, Peter Boateng, says government cannot play deaf to their demands anymore.
So the appeal to heaven, as I said, that is reflecting here. Because Eastern region has done it, and I can assure you, similar thing will happen in another region tomorrow. And Friday, another thing will happen in another region. So that is the strategy we have put in place. And so when all these things are exhausted, and we still feel that there is no help coming from Macedonia, we will come out. But the point is, we cannot resort to any other means. We have found that what we are mandated to do, we will do so.
And he had General Secretary of the Greater Accra chapter of NAT, Peter Boateng. Headquarters brought to you by Petroleum Clean Fuel in full quantity, the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants (CIMA) and AICPA together as the Association of International Certified Professional Accountants. Also by the German Ozone Medical Center, Alternative Therapy, Dental, Wellness and Beauty, and Chubbox Technologies, a convenience service. Now, the NDC flag bearer John Mahama says appointees in his next government involved in illegal mining will be made to resign. Speaking at the 3rd annual Transformational Dialogue on Small-Scale Mining at the University of Energy and Natural Resources, attended by academia, political party members, players in the mining industry, chief students and other stakeholders, the former president said illegal mining cannot be allowed to go on with its devastating consequences.
The proposed small-scale mining cooperatives we're talking about will differ in all forms from the existing community mining scheme, which has undeniably become a conduit for enriching party chairmen, DCs, and other politically connected individuals. Indeed, in my government, if you're a minister or a DCE or an official and you undertake mining activity, I will ask you to resign and go and...
Mr. Mahama also said he will make some key changes to the mining laws in the country, particularly to make traditional leaders crucial in granting mining licenses.
Recognizing the invaluable role of traditional leaders in our society and as a testament to our commitment to inclusivity and respect for all stakeholders, my government intends to have traditional leaders included in the crucial process of granting mining licenses in their communities. We will strengthen regulatory institutions such as the Minerals Commission, the EPA, the Geological Survey Authority, and the Natural Resource Universities to further this.
Now moving over to the NPP campaign chairman for the 2024 elections, Dan Botre emphasizes that Ghana requires a leader chosen for competence, not tribal or religious affiliations. Speaking during the Savannah Regional Campaign Tour of the NPP flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Dan Botre made a case for Bawumia to be considered before clergymen, asserting that the ideal leader should be a willing vessel of God.
So much propaganda. It's not about religion alone. It's not about tribe alone. We are looking for competence. Who can God use to save his people? Politics is pursuing policies and programs that will go to improve upon the conditions of life of the people. And we are saying, who can God use? We can't limit God. At any point in time, God can decide to use anybody to save and help his people.
And you had NPP campaign chairman for the 2024 elections, Dan Botre. Now, the minority leader, Dr. Cassiel Atoforsin, has charged government to roll out certain measures to stop the free fall of the cedi, as he warns that the worst is yet to come. The cedi has hit 15 cedis, with traders warning they are passing on the cost to consumers, which will mean a significant increase in the prices of goods and services. Listen to the minority leader's alternative solution.
There's an uncontrolled corruption, obviously, in the President Akufo-Addo and Alhaji Bawumia's government. We call on President Akufo-Addo to, one, order his appointees to release the FX that they have stashed in their homes to the public so that there will be enough forex in the market. We also call on President Akufo-Addo to adhere to the fiscal consolidation and curtail excessive spending. And we also want the President and his government to address the lingering issues of the cocoa sector.
Now, away from that, Eno Kwegwin is a mother of 3. In 2017, she welcomed her first child. Little did she know that child's arrival would also sink her into postpartum depression. Enjoy News' latest mini-documentary titled Hidden Battles, my colleague Emmanuel Ijivenu sheds light on the condition many new mothers are enduring.
I started to sink into depression, and I didn't even notice that was what was happening. All I knew was that I wasn't happy, and I also knew I wasn't bonding with my baby properly. Very, very dark thoughts, like, you don't like your baby, you don't even want to be a mother. It's like, it's this thing for me, the thing that is so hyped. This wasn't really living up to my expectations.
Mothers seeking help should see it as a sign of strength and not weakness. Postpartum mental depression is treatable.
The first thing is identifying that this person has a problem. You bring the person to see a psychiatrist. The aim is to shorten it as much as possible. And in extreme cases, I've said that it can lead to self-harm on the mother's side and even death of the baby, called infanticide. So you can imagine that potentially it's quite dangerous.
And he had joined his latest mini-documentary titled Hidden Battles by my colleague Emmanuel Ijivenu. And that's how we end the bulletin here on Joy 99.7 FM. Also on Hits 103.9 FM in Accra, in Kumasi on Love 99.5 FM, and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions. Also on radio, TV, and online content on myjoyonline.com interactive app. I am Amiesi Nyamiche Thompson. Up next is Business on the Super Morning Show.
You know, Papa, see that? And it's rickety car. Hey, Papa! Papa! Oh, Bobo, so how your engine now?
It is half man, half amazing. Thanks to Quartz and you can feel better energy.
Can't touch this.
Actually, guys, so Sancho's engine just died like that.
Yes, so
somebody managed to convince him that there is a better engine oil than Quartz, and he switched.
Sancho Panzapa. Now, which engine oil can be better than Quartz?
No other, my guy. Quartz with its age-resistant technology, it keeps your engine younger for longer.
Now you know. Have you guys seen the new bottle design? It's superb. Quartz 9000 from Total Energies there improves fuel efficiency.
Why do you think Mr. Mane and Logoso have taken the Quartz Nation Movement World Cup like that? Sorry.
Chairman. Quartz. Keep your engine younger for longer.
They say a butterfly flapping its wings in Accra can cause a tsunami in Bangkok. So what if your factory in Insawam could shake up the stock market in Hong Kong? What if your business in Elmina could affect fish production in Norway? What if your refinery in Tema could affect the price of petrol in Moscow? Well, now it can because you have access. Access to the bank with the largest number of customers in Africa.
Aquaba.
Access to our global branch network.
Bonjour.
Good morning.
Our robust asset base and an unparalleled digital infrastructure. So go ahead and flap your wings wherever you are, because with us, you have access to an entire world of possibilities. Access more than banking.
This is what it has come to, the moment that defines a season. It's the finale, and I want it all. I want all the goals and the drama. I want Pep and Klopp racing for the top. I want the biggest stars shining on Champions League nights. I want the fairy tale stories and the glory. I want the passion of Serie A. I want the flair of La Liga. I want the Premier League. I want the football finals. I want it all. Reconnect to catch every match live on DSTV.
Hello, Auntie Araba. Hey, Bugger, how are you doing today? I want to buy Pepsodent Cavity Fighter, but I don't have enough money. So what are you going to do? Can you give me the big size? You know, as for me, I'll pay the balance later. Today, no credit. I haven't sold much this morning. If you don't have enough money for the big size, why don't you try the 120-gram pack? There's a 120-gram pack? Introducing the new Pepsodent Cavity Fighter in 120-gram pack size. More affordable and convenient. Get yours today from any supermarket near you. Every smile matters. This advert is FDA approved.
From the producers of The Gods Are Not to Blame comes another theatrical marvel.
A deformity is a deformity.
In honor of Professor Martin Owusu, dive deep into the heart of Ghanaian theatre as Image Bureau,
in partnership with April Communications
and the National Theatre present
The Legend of Akusika.
That's orphan who killed her mother and destroyed her own father.
Live at the National Theatre on June 1st, 2nd, 8th and 9th at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. each day.
Tickets selling now at 200 Ghana cedis only.
At imagebureaugh.com.
And dial star 714 star 11 star 21 hash.
The Legend of Akusika.
Directed by Na Ashoko.
Supported by the Ghana Tourism Authority,
Newplans Car Rental,
MGL Logistics,
Joy FM,
and proudly brought to you by
Stanbic Bank
and the National Lottery Authority.
The Legend of Akusika.
Hello?
Yo, bro! SG Ghana has done it again. Low interest rates on loans this year too. Yatisubium.
Charlie, I did throw inside. Let me call you back.
Call SG Ghana rather. Collect loan and buy car, my guy. Low, very low interest rates on loans this year too. It's difficult to keep good news to yourself, especially when it can transform your life and those close to you. SG Ghana went low on interest rates last year, and this year we are even lower. Yes, Yatisubium. Get the money you need to turn your dreams into a reality. Visit any SG Ghana branch near you and speak to our dedicated staff about the amazing Yatisubium loans today. You can also call 0302-214-314 for more details.
Ojo, it's 3 a.m. What now?
Yatisubium. Okay, bye. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Yeah, Tizubio. Yeah.
Still looking forward to the 3 a.m. call.
Yes, you don't worry. I'll time it well. Time it for a day when you finish work late and sleep at 1 a.m. Anyway, how's everything?
I'm good. You?
Not bad. So, Ghana is now, in fact, last year, a number of international tourism portals in their lists of top destinations, Ghana was in the top 10. Some people even put Ghana at number 1. It was so trendy. Just such a trendy idea to go to Ghana, especially for Christmas, year of return.
Yeah.
We've made the country attractive, but we haven't made it affordable. And people are complaining. I mean, you saw in the Business and Financial Times a couple of days ago, people are saying that, look, tourists are saying that Ghana is prohibitively expensive. And you see, when people say something is expensive, they don't just mean that the price is high. Because those who buy Rolls Royce, they don't think that what they are buying is expensive. Because they believe that they are getting what they pay for. Right?
Value for money.
But in Ghana, do you get value for money? Do you? At the moment, even hotels that have no star, 0-star hotels, the ones that you see, littered around the place, if you spend a week there, it will cost you $500. $500. Meanwhile, just a few weeks ago, I was in a 5-star hotel in Johannesburg. $110 a night.
The disparity.
Right? Which means that a 5-star hotel in Johannesburg cost me only $50 more a week.
Wow.
Than a 0-star hotel in Accra. You get it?
Yeah, I do.
So why? Why are we doing this to ourselves? What exactly is it that we are giving people for these high prices? Today we want to talk about it. We want to figure it out. I mean, is it that we are the Rolls Royce of tourist destinations?
But are we giving the value?
Well, that's the question I'm asking. Are we are we giving them Rolls Royce value? If someone comes here after visiting Kenya or South Africa or Egypt, will they say to themselves, this is the best.
Yeah.
This is the best service I've ever had. Oh, the Dumso here is better than the Dumso I experienced in these other countries. Will they actually say that they are getting more for their money in Ghana? So why are we taking more of their money?
And if we want to make tourism a major income earner, we have to take a look at this, because when the people come and they can't spend, we are not making money.
They won't come back. They're already saying it's too expensive. Meanwhile, Charlie, tourism is supposed to be potentially the savior of our economy.
Wow.
Yeah, because we don't have to put inputs into it. We are already attractive.
Yeah.
We just have to draw people to us. And when they come, give them a good time. So they will come back.
Yeah, exactly.
This one is not, we don't have to go and set up cuckoo board. We don't. We don't have to go and do gold, or we don't have to fight galamsey on it. It's already there. Low-hanging fruit. Honestly, you're saying. Anyway, the 6 a.m. news was brought to us by Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. And of course, Pafu and the team have it all at their fingertips in the Joy Business Report, brought to you by Omni Basic Bank, at your service.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, National Petroleum Authority sets new benchmark for pricing of products as petrol drops, but diesel goes up marginally to 13 cedis 15 pesos a litre. Also, Finance Minister Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam reveals more commercial banks have expressed interest in providing funding for small and medium-sized enterprises. Plus, inflation to decline much faster in May, as it is expected to ease to 22.1%. We have more from an IC research report. Stay with us. Thanks for being with us. Hello to our friends listening from Kofredi on KTU Radio. Thanks for joining us this morning. Now, the National Petroleum Authority has set a new benchmark for pricing of petroleum products from now to the end of the month. Could this give us some indication of what to expect at the pumps? Here's George Affe.
At the last pricing window, which covered May 1 to May 15, the National Petroleum Authority set a price floor of 13.63 pesos for a litre of petrol. This meant that no oil marketing company should sell its product below this price. However, based on the new numbers seen by Joy Business, the price floor for petrol has dropped to 13 cedis, 60 pesos per litre. Diesel, on the other hand, has gone up in terms of the new pricing benchmark, as the National Petroleum Authority is telling all the oil players not to sell a litre of diesel below 13 cedis, 15 pesos, as compared to 13 cedis, 7 pesos some 2 weeks ago. But for some, this could give us some indication about the likelihood that petrol could go down marginally when the oil marketing companies start adjusting prices at the pumps today, while diesel may also witness some increase at the pumps. According to the National Petroleum Authority, the price floor is to help check price undercutting in the industry.
George Affe with that report. Now, Finance Minister Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam has revealed that more commercial banks have expressed interest in providing funding for small and medium-sized enterprises. He explains that this will be in addition to what government is already extending to enterprises. The minister was speaking to Joy Business at the Ghana Exim Bank Wednesday midweek market.
We are going to provide more funding for them to lend to SMEs. And I also need to announce that some of the banks, commercial banks, are coming on board this initiative. And they are not just coming on board to lend money, but we also know that they have cited the risk of recovery of funds if they lend to SMEs. And therefore, there is need for us to address that.
Finance Minister Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam. The International Finance Corporation has started the second phase of its global financial infrastructure program in Ghana. The initiative will help commercial banks acquire more information about small and medium-sized enterprises as a way of reducing the high non-performing loans from the sector. Carl Kelhofer is Senior Country Manager for the corporation.
SMEs obviously need access to finance to operate more efficiently. What this program does is it helps leverage some of their existing things they do, some of their existing data points, some of their existing operating activities, some of their existing relationships, and allows banks and other credit institutions to leverage that information to further promote more and more efficient and easier access to credit. We, Ghana, come out of a bit of an economic challenging situation. Now the banks and other financial institutions have the financial strength today compared to say a year or two ago, and have the ability to lend, so this will make access to finance easier, including for MSMEs.
Senior Country Manager of the International Finance Corporation in Ghana, Carl Kelhofer. Inflation is expected to decline much faster in May 2024 as favorable base effect becomes more pronounced. That's according to IC Research. It is therefore forecasting a 22.1% inflation rate in May. Here's more in this report.
IC Research is forecasting a 290 basis points decline in annual inflation to 22.1% in May 2024, while accounting for the upward pressure from sustained cedi depreciation. It said higher ex-pump prices and transport fare hikes would decline by 290 basis points in May 2024 due to the stronger favorable base effect. This forecasting is coming after headline inflation dived by 80 basis points to 25%. IC Research had anticipated that a re-emergence of favorable base effect would provide the tailwind for a faster disinflation in the second quarter of 2024, beginning with April 2024. While this was evident in the food and non-food inflation data, the upsurge in energy prices amidst the unrelenting cedi depreciation propelled inflation for a few heavily weighted items of non-food inflation. In this view, the impact of foreign exchange pass-through and higher fuel prices dampened the downward pressure from the favorable base effect to weaken the pace of disinflation in April 2024.
That was a Business Desk report. Economist Professor Godfrey Bokwing is predicting Ghana is likely to witness another round of domestic debt exchange program from 2027. According to him, there is the possibility of government defaulting in the payment of matured coupons owing to the current debt restructuring. Speaking at a stakeholder forum on the impact of the domestic debt exchange program on the pension sector, Professor Bokwing cautioned urgent steps must be taken to avert the risk ahead.
You want to look at government cash flow from now to, let's say, 2028. You look at the fiscal sustainability pathway. You look at the revenue dynamics, expenditure, and all of that. I mean, it's not rocket science. You will see clearly that there are potholes ahead of us that we have to deal with. And actually, what we have done with the domestic debt exchange is not to solve our fiscal regime sustainably. It's just to give government some breathing space, 2023, 2024 to 2025. And then the issues come back. And if
you heard economist Professor Godfrey Bokwing. Now, total value of mobile money transactions reached more than 570 billion cedis for the first quarter of this year. But what were the spending patterns of subscribers during that period? Here's more.
The Bank of Ghana data showed that 18% of the first quarter spending on the mobile platform were for airtime top-up. It was followed by three-party mobile money transfer. Buying data with mobile money constituted about 15% of the cash movements from January to March this year. Person-to-person transactions accounted for 12% of the more than 570 billion cedis transactions done in the first 3 months of this year. In terms of the total number of registered mobile money customers, the Bank of Ghana puts the number at 67.6 million. This could mean that one individual may have more than one account. When you put together the total mobile accounts that has been kept with the commercial banks ending March stood at 18.7 billion cedis.
You are listening to the Joy Business Report. There has been renewed interest to increase funding for fintechs and improve regulations to aid their growth. Those are the views of some speakers at the Innovation and Fintech Conference 3i Africa Summit ended in Accra yesterday. Lead facilitator of the summit and head of Fintech at the Bank of Ghana, Kwame Opong, said the momentum has been built and must be sustained.
Amidst the exciting discussions and inspiring presentations, various exhibitions and thought-provoking panels, one thing that is clear to all of us is that this summit was not just about brainstorming ideas, it was also about forging new paths forward. The summit has illuminated various ways in which we can propel Africa's digital future. With our key takeaways, let us endeavor in our various spaces to develop concrete next steps to influence the future of Africa for better.
On this note, I declare the 3i Africa Summit closed.
You heard that Kwame Opong, who is head of Fintech and Innovation at the Bank of Ghana. Now, 65 professional bodies will lose their legal status and official recognition by several institutions from next month. This is because the Register of Companies will, from June this year, strike the firms out of its books for failing to file their annual accounts and update their certificate of membership. If the Register of Companies goes ahead with this move, members of the professional bodies could be affected badly. Now, it is a crime to falsify documents to make a claim for an insurance product. You could face prosecution in court. Let's listen to Dr. Kingsley Kwabasen, CEO of the Ghana Insurance Association, speak on Investor Eye today.
The key thing is that don't be fraudulent yourself, because they say he who comes to equity must come with clean hands. Don't come with the mindset that insurance is free money, so I'm going to find a way of stifling or taking some of the money away. Fraud is criminal, and you can go to jail. If we find anything fraudulent, we reserve the right to speak to the authorities and take you off. And crime is against the state, not against an individual company. And don't forget that if you go clean and the insurance company goes clean, then we have a clean system.
So far, has there been any, corporates so far?
It will interest you to note that the fraud that we are talking about cuts across profession, from the security service through financial gurus, through medical practitioners, through to ordinary people. These are issues that unfortunately is urgent. So we are determined to clamp down on that, and we are doing so by engaging the authorities.
And that's Investor Eye for today. Make a date next week for another episode. Before we go, let's check the markets. Beginning with the currency market, the dollar going for 14 cedis 80 pesos. That's the retail market from the Forex bureaus. Also, the British pound going for 18 cedis 20 pesos. The euro, on the other hand, going for 15 cedis 80 pesos. On the commodity market, crude oil selling at $82 a barrel. Good went up by $6. Open trading at $2,392 an ounce. Cocoa open trading at $7,842 a ton after increasing by more than $500. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Darryl Kwao. Thanks for listening. The Super Morning Show continues with Kojo Angson and the team. Don't go anywhere.
It continues. Yeah. So look, our poll today.
Political Thursday?
Yes, Political Thursday. So the SMS poll. The question is simple. I mean, should the trainee allowances be A, scrapped, B, suspended, C, reviewed?
They wouldn't want to hear this at all.
Well, I mean, but you must still speak your truth.
Scrapped, reviewed,
or suspended?
Suspended. I probably think it should be reviewed.
Reviewed,
maybe.
So maybe they should be paid a different amount.
Yeah.
Possibly more.
Yeah.
Really? Okay, you've spoken your truth.
What's the essence of the allowance anyway? Remind me.
I should remind you. Me myself, if I don't know, how do I remind you? Look, we keep hearing that the point of it is to encourage people into these fields of endeavor, right? So that people will train for it. But at the moment, do we have a shortage of nurses? If we do, why are they sitting at home? Why are they being exported abroad?
Exactly.
If we have a shortage. So what exactly are we paying for? What are we paying for?
Well,
they've just authorized 100 and something million cedis to pay their arrears. What are we paying for?
And some of those who have enjoyed the allowance, they are exported to other countries.
Or they are left to rot at home because there's no job. And we bond them as well. So they can't even go and work in the private sector because the private sector will not hire them, thinking that, I'm going to give you a job, and then suddenly government is going to open up a role for you in Gambaga, and you have to leave the job I'm paying you to do to go and do your bonded service.
But you know that the political parties like to score points with these things. And so,
precisely.
Yeah.
It's vote buying. I mean, I'm not going to mince words. Allowances. These trainee allowances, it's vote buying. Anyway, it's not my opinion that matters. It's the opinion of our able audience who will be taking the poll.
Should the trainee allowances, should they be scrapped, reviewed, or suspended?
Indeed, scrapped, suspended, or reviewed. The three options are available to you on X. You can choose right now. Go. Our poll is open. And we'll share the results at the end of the show. In fact, we'll share the results as we go so that you know how we're doing. All right? Use the hashtag JoySMS. Don't forget. All right. Titrabet.
Good one.
Yeah, I think so. Here's Emmanuel. Raymond, hello, Mama V.
Hello, Kojo Jackson.
Hey, full name like
Hi.
that. What's with the...
What's happening? Raymond, your sweetheart is saying hello.
Yeah, I can't recognize this voice. I mean, please. Let's be... I don't want to be,
Stop that.
It's a potential that...
It's just a nice way of saying good morning.
Now
too long.
You are back to original.
I think the nice is debatable.
Well,
yeah,
we were wondering,
because you were a little bit in your masculine energy there.
I'm all right. Are you sure? I mean, they were talking about.
Why did you call me Kojo Yankson? Like, yeah, naming me on a register.
Let's get to our drive safe campaign.
Oh, wait. Let me check this.
Although she mentioned the Waddles, rather.
Maybe there's a fight
maybe you
going
wanted
on.
to go Chris Waddle.
And why does this guy always add S at the end of it? How many Waddles are you talking to?
I thought you, that's how they call you.
Who?
Waddles. That's
Raymond,
the message I saw.
So Raymond will add S to Waddle and remove S from CDs.
Yes.
Well, that notwithstanding, Key Waddle.
Yes.
I beg you.
No, it was...
Chris Waddle.
No, I'm confused now.
No.
So am I.
You see?
So
the original nickname of Kojo Yankson.
Let's move on to the drive safe campaign.
The original nickname of Kojo Yankson, while at St. Augustine's College, where he decided to become a dance champion, was Chris Waddle.
After the footballer.
Yes. So that's Kojo Yankson. But you know, he decided to use Jehoshaphat, Kojo Yankson, and someone to the Chris Waddle.
Yes. Now he has to fight for the Waddle back.
Key Waddle for short.
Key Waddles.
Key Waddles. Anyway, let's get to our drive safe campaign. It's brought to us by Joy News and the Multimedia Group, and it's supported by Toyota Superior Quality. Emmanuel Odey. Emmanuel. You say it in those days. Send him first. Showed it.
I said your story is not consistent. You have gone from Jehoshaphat to Barracuda to now.
Barracuda is the stage name for Embassy Club Pleasure.
The floor name.
Organized by Media Wizkid.
Don't forget the S. Wizkid's.
Contestant number 15.
Contestant number 15. Yeah. Smooth Criminal. First song. Anyway. Our tip today says avoid all distractions, keep both eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel, be visible, drive with your lights at night, and that's how to drive safely.
All right, let's learn how to say it right now. It's brought to us by Kingdom Books, and at Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks, and Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you.
Something must be done. You say either, I say either.
It's official. I love my job. Even as my entire skeleton creaks and strains under the weight of sheer fatigue, I am still reluctant to request a day off. Speaking of which, I hope you noticed I said request a day off. I didn't say request for a day off. Beloved, the word request, R-E-Q-U-E-S-T, means to officially and or politely ask for something. So if request means to ask for something, then saying request for is like saying ask for. Now, why would you want to say that? You can, however, make a request for something. In this case, request is a noun and not a verb, so the rule does not apply. But at all other times, I humbly request that you say it right. Alrighty.
Yeah, Kojo, someone sent a message, says, good morning, ancestor. Top of the morning to Kojo Waddles. K. Waddles.
So the Waddles was there. The man
yes,
is
Kojo Waddles and the gorgeous Mama V.
Oh.
Yeah, so
I'm glad Raymond was excluded.
Anyway, let's get into the papers.
Yeah, the news review now brought to you by Syntex Tanker, you're stronger, you're tough. And Access Bank, more than banking. Who started?
Let me start with the Daily Guide, and it's reporting this morning, Imani peddles falsehood. This is according to the Electoral Commission. If you listened to PM Express last night, you would hear Dr. Bosman Asari attempting to explain their issues. If you have also read the response from Franklin Kujo, he doesn't believe that what the EC is saying is true at all. I mean, listen, it is, if not the it's one of the biggest blights on our democracy to have had an election in the country and a grouping who are taxed could not participate in the election in choosing their parliamentary candidate. That expression they use elsewhere, which people spend quality time fighting over, was taxation without representation. It's an affront to democracy. Absolutely. But we let it slide. And we are now having a debate about, oh no, I didn't know that they were going to do this and I responded quickly. I didn't respond quickly. Please. We should be apologizing to the people in the area. We treated them that they were not Ghanaians. And let's stop this pretense of now acting as if, and it took us 4 years to even come to some appreciation of what we wanted to do. Why didn't we do this in 2021 anyway?
That's what I wanted to ask.
Early enough.
Exactly. So we waited till about October when we knew the elections would happen in December to begin a process.
I mean, Mahavi, I'm saying even after that process, why didn't we do this in 2021? It was because when we realized we had a tight parliament, it would have been dangerous having another MP going to the opposition side, which would have changed the skills in parliament. That is why we didn't do that. So we should not pretend to ourselves that we don't know some of these things. And we are now back and forth on the matter as if we did not do injustice to a group of people. And today, we are in 2024. We are going for a new election. There is no member of parliament representing that area. The man is not dead. There's nobody representing them at all. Really?
So, it really doesn't make sense that we're not apologizing to them.
It's the arrogance of it.
We're not taking responsibility. I mean, I guess it's the agency that will be taking the responsibility.
It's you. No, it's the ministry. I mean, it could be somebody else. Well,
and I always say, public officials, don't get it wrong. This is not a fight between you and Imani. It shouldn't be. You're speaking to the people.
Anyway, now
look. Before you go on, the EC has no justification.
It's been 4 years.
We cannot deny any group of persons representation and be blaming what after 4 years. Look, if we really wanted representation for the people, we could have done it in 2021, February, March, April, or anything.
We have done by-elections.
Yes.
We did a period. We have done by-elections. So it's not about organizing
people
the election.
Die, and in a month, 2 months, we have a
and let's stop this whole thing.
Representative.
We didn't know that they're going to do this. They're going to. We didn't know Parliament was going to rise that quickly, and so if we really wanted, we could have brought back Parliament. See, we could have brought Parliament to actually sit and pass.
We've actually recalled parliaments.
Yeah.
For all kinds of weird reasons. Yes. When we need to approve some loan, we'll recall them immediately. But this, the whole purpose of government, representation, we couldn't call people back to come and deal with that matter.
Anyway.
Now we're making excuses.
Now, the other story is the 70,000 smart tablets deployed to schools, and some of the schools, and of course we know the Ministry of Education has begun deploying smart tablets to senior high schools across the country. The president launched the Ghana Smart Schools project in March, and some of the schools, I see Opokuwari School, Bosomtwe Girls, Ola SHS at Kenyase, St. James SHS, Bosomtwe STEM Academy, Osei Educhum SHS, Wesley Girls SHS, Abumosu SHS, Manfe, which other one do I recognize? Awaso STEM, then OIC at some of the schools. The rest are Nyakrum Senior Technical, St. Augustine's College, and Ghana Senior High School. Some of these are deprived schools anyway. And Accra Academy, Mauli School, Fuakobiam Pim Girls Senior High School.
Mama V, why are you singling out St. Augustine?
No,
what are you saying?
Right after he said that, he said some of them are deprived.
I have a list.
So I just wanted to
he
show.
mentioned several schools before he said
yes,
that.
But I don't know
Mama B, what school did you go to?
I just needed clarification. I
What
went to
school
Zion
did you go
College,
to?
proudly.
No, please, can I finish? Why do people want to sidetrack this important list I'm doing?
It's not a deprived school, by the way.
It's not, eh?
Okay, so continue. The entire story is that there are other schools in here. I don't know why people are refining.
You mentioned Mauli School. That's
yes, I did not even. Okay, I've rejoined the deprived schools on the list, but they have.
Raymond, it's not you, it's Mama V.
Okay, because I'm not. Anyway,
it's the Zion College girl. It's the Zion College girl who's trying to bring a fight here.
Now,
who mentions St. Augustine's as a deprived school? You pa.
Now, 70,000. They say the criteria is that they are distributed to other schools, and all of the schools that are on the GS list as recognized schools. In fact, students that are registered in schools of GS will get the tablets. This is the first round.
And Zion College is not there.
It's there. Oh, it's not there. No, we didn't hear Zion College.
No, it's not on the list provided here.
I didn't hear Zion
Great
College.
Siku.
But do you know what is on these tablets?
Zion College will never know.
No, maybe subsequently.
Relax.
Yes. Yeah.
Why are you attacking me?
Mamavi, please let's continue
Okay.
with the new finder.
All right, front page. Former President Mahama is revealing AI-powered plan to combat galamsey. It's on page 8 of the paper. It says flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, former President John Mahama has unveiled a groundbreaking initiative to employ artificial intelligence in the fight against illegal small-scale mining, commonly known as galamsey. So here's what he's proposing. That the AI initiatives aim to precisely identify and locate small-scale mining and galamsey operations, track the movement of excavators, geofence all concessions to ensure mining operations are not conducted in unapproved areas, including water bodies. And he also explains that the geofencing would ensure that mining activities do not encroach on unauthorized areas, particularly water bodies. Ray, Mr. AI.
We used drones. We said we're going to use drones. We said we're going to track excavators. You know the solution to galamsey? The solution to galamsey is only a will.
Yeah, political will.
Political will to arrest those who are engaged in it. The Otumfo Asantehene said, all of us in the room here, we know those who are engaged in galamsey. And the politicians, they know people who are engaged in galamsey. In fact, when they are going on a swoop, sometimes they inform them. So by the time you get there, there's nobody there. When you leave, they come back. Who says they don't know? And so if we are committed to fighting galamsey, we will stop everybody from doing so.
There are power plants in the US that, of course, they are evolving better technology in that area anyway, who are using AI to monitor the entire perimeter of the plant. They're able to identify anybody approaching it and the movement of people. That's not a problem. And I'm not one to dismiss the involvement of technology in anything. But I agree with Winston. You can have AI deployed and even get to know that there are 162, excavators roaming somewhere. These excavators can still vanish. We had a conversation in this republic about 500 excavators. At the time that we had drones, they were not missing. They were seized, but they got missing eventually. In the Republic of Ghana today, we even later on scaled it down to about 200 or 300. Mamavi, if we pack 300 excavators in anywhere in this country, people will get to know. I hope you're getting my point.
I get
but
you.
as we speak today, we are still, in fact, we don't got to the bottom of the matter. That we do not know where 500 or 300 excavators vanished to. So, quite clearly, the biggest problem in our fight against galamsey is not that some people cannot identify or track what they call machines or be able to monitor areas. It is because we are dishonest about the fight. We are promoting it and pretending to be fighting it. Anyway, how would you explain that we are investigating, but we bent the evidence on the ground? And that, the people have stopped illegal mining. As if stopping it means that you are no longer liable for your conduct in times past.
Yeah.
Even the president was part of those saying that. So it is not really about whether you deploy, which will be helpful, which will be useful, but it is at the core a decent set of people who are interested in protecting the environment and will do everything to make sure that happens.
Just yesterday, we were talking about a whole regional security council meeting people who were carrying out illegal mining and
telling them
all
to,
they did
to
was
go away.
Give them ultimatum.
tell them to pack your things.
Unfortunately, there's an aspect of what the former president said which kind of mirrors the attitude of the regional minister from yesterday's story. He said that any member of his government, if he wins, any member of his government that engages in illegal mining, he will ask them to leave government. He will ask them to leave. So it's kind of like, oh, you want to do galamsey? Okay, then leave my government so that you can go and do galamsey. Oh, really? The illegal act, the act of eco-terrorism that is destroying our water bodies and our land, if you catch a member of your government doing it, you will just ask him to go and do it. Leave government. So you just stop paying him salary. He should just go and do the galamsey. Oh, how?
Well, let me just run through some other stories on the front page. Former NPRA boss raises alarm over looming retirement crisis, and Gonja Ken blesses Baumia to be the next president of Ghana.
Now, the Daily Graphic for today says, hold duty bearers accountable. Journalists told at African Media Convention will restore galamsey lands and forests, John Mahama. And MTN calls for rethink of tax structure. But also on the front page, Fintech Summit highlights investment opportunities in Africa. So yesterday marked the end of the 3I Africa Summit.
It was quite successful.
Oh, very successful.
Yeah.
Did you
I
participate?
saw a lot of, not as in go there. That's what you mean by participating?
No, did you participate?
I followed it. I saw some SMEs
it was
that I
online.
patronize. Also actively participating, and I was really proud.
Hey, did you participate? That is why.
I was there
yesterday as well, and my friend M Sims also represented. So
you saw them on the phone.
Oh, Raymond, what's your business?
Let's go for our online news review.
It is brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest, Goyle Good Energy, Goyle Yanara India, and G&J Technical Services, celebrating 30 years of providing backup power in Ghana.
Okay, let's see what's on myjournalline.com.
There is no fear. EC insists missing BVRs cannot be used to tamper with the system. That's the big one on myjournalline.com. But there are a few other stories. Marina Dumotreba to be buried on the 29th of June. Don't be TikTok tokes. Archbishop Palmer Buckle tells the youth. Love it. You know what a toke is, right? Archbishop Palmer Buckle or fancy. So catch your day toka. Say it, Don't be TikTok tokes. I like it.
Anyway, I'm sure we can go for the BBC News now.
Remember, what's your confusion here?
The definition of toke, no?
Toke belle. He's an Nzima man, so.
he's an Nzima, right? Not a fancy.
Yeah, Nzima, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Is that thing is smoke cannabis or tobacco?
No.
Raymond, I said toke belle. You know what belle means? What can I toke belle, Kasa?
Bring it home. Apply.
I am just asking that. I mean,
Raymond, Winston, Padini Toka. All right, the BBC News.
It's like say our belewa.
It's brought to you. So there's this story. Oh God, I don't know if I can. No, I won't tell it. I will discipline myself. The BBC News is brought to you by our dear friends at Fidelity Bank. Believe with us. I'm so tempted. And Old Mutual, 10 years of greatness in Ghana, here for a lifetime.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa, we are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Good energy hits the road with exciting choices to energize your ride, giving you more options to take you further. Watch this space for your choice.
Goil, yeah.
What name brightens the streets, homes, and businesses of Ghana? What company has been providing world-class backup power to Ghanaians for 30 years?
G&J Technical Services.
Final answer?
Yes, G&J, final answer.
Correct.
G&J is celebrating 30 years of providing backup power in Ghana. As the largest supplier of world-class generators in the country, we have been the backbone of Ghana's alternative power industry by delivering the best sales, maintenance, and after-sales solutions the nation has ever seen. We've done it for 30 years, and we promise that the future will be even brighter. Reach us in Accra on 030-268-9178 or 9179 and 020-222-2204 all the way to 2220. And in Kumasi on 020-222-236 or 020-222-2220.
When the pain is too much, don't know what else to do. So hunam ya wuya, na wunya wunya. Rapina, we'll take the pain away. Rapina, vema wuya unajai.
Rapinol is what you need. Rapinol will relieve you of all aches and pain in your body. Rheumatic pain, menstrual pain, body pain, toothaches, and other feverish conditions. Rapinol is a quality product from Danex Itin Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. Not suitable for children below 16 years old, asthmatic, and ulcer patients. This advert is FDA approved.
You worked hard for your money, and DSTV gives you a whole lot more for a lot less than you think. Instead of one takeout dinner, how about treating the family to a whole month of the best entertainment with DSTV? From thrilling sports, blockbusters, captivating series, to entertaining kid shows, we have it all.
Totally awesome.
And with DSTV Stream, you can watch on the go.
I'm here.
Plus, you can choose a package to suit your pocket. There's a whole lot more to enjoy for a lot less than you think with DSTV.
This is the BBC World Service, investigating why South Africans are taking matters into their own hands when it comes to fighting crime.
South Africa's murder rate is at a 20-year high. We join two volunteer patrols who say they have no choice but to defend themselves.
We are ready to die for our community.
Crime and punishment in South Africa. Today at 8:30 GMT. Business Daily is in 30 minutes.
Today, how and why football embraced crypto. We look at how top-level clubs and athletes have helped advertise new crypto products to the public, hear what fans think of it, and we look at where it goes next.
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Welcome to the inquiry on the BBC World Service. Rights groups say women are dying every day at the hands of men in Turkey.
In this country, I can say women are constantly falling from their own balconies. And it's happening all over Turkey.
Conservative Muslim women have helped keep President Erdogan in power for over 20 years.
These women feel like they owe it to him and they cannot just leave him, so it's an emotional bond.
But some among the younger generation are alarmed by his coalition partners. Ultra-Islamist parties are now at the heart of his government, pushing to roll back on women's rights.
They think that women and men are not equal, but women are complementary to men.
Meanwhile, it's been 3 years since Turkey pulled out of a European treaty to combat gender-based violence. That's why this week on The Inquiry, we're asking, is Turkey getting more dangerous for women? That's with me, Emily Wither, after the news.
Hello, I'm Moira Alderson with the BBC News. Vladimir Putin is in Beijing for a state visit to seek further Chinese support as Russia intensifies its offensive in Ukraine. President Xi Jinping met the Russian leader at the Great Hall of the People, welcoming him as my old friend. Mr. Xi said that his country would always be Russia's trustworthy partner, as both countries mark the 75th anniversary of diplomatic relations.
China will always be a good neighbour, a good friend and a good partner with the Russian Federation, and will continue to consolidate the friendship between the two peoples for generations to come. China is ready to work with Russia to realise the development of our respective countries and uphold fairness and justice in the world.
President Putin said their bilateral cooperation was not directed against any other power. This is Mr. Putin's first foreign trip since his re-election. State media in Russia are reporting a US soldier who's been held for 2 weeks in Vladivostok has pleaded guilty to theft. They say Sergeant Gordon Black is cooperating with investigators. Last week, the US Army said he had no clearance to make the journey. The Slovakian Prime Minister Robert Fico remains in hospital after surgery to save his life following an apparent assassination attempt. The Deputy Prime Minister said the operation had gone well. Sarah Rainsford reports.
Robert Fico was in surgery for several hours with injuries that were described as life-threatening. The gunman fired 5 shots at close range, and Slovakia's Prime Minister was hit in the stomach and in the arm. Mr. Fico's colleagues now say his condition is not as critical. The gunman was detained at the scene in the small town where the Prime Minister had been holding a meeting. He was in a small crowd of Fico's supporters. Mr. Fico is a divisive figure here at home and controversial in the EU for his calls to end military aid to Ukraine and sanctions on Russia.
South Africa will today ask the International Court of Justice in The Hague to instruct Israel to stop its offensive in Rafah. The hearing is the latest intervention by the South African government in its case accusing Israel of committing genocide in Gaza. Anna Holligan reports.
South Africa asked the court to order Israel to halt its Rafah offensive and grant United Nations officials, humanitarian aid organisations and journalists and investigators unimpeded access. It says Israel's military operation is not only killing Palestinians directly, but also starving them by blocking the main arteries for essential food, water, fuel and medical supplies entering Gaza, the Rafah and Kerem Shalom border crossings. Israel has previously said it was acting in accordance with international law and has called the genocide case baseless blood libel. It accuses Pretoria of acting as the legal arm of Hamas.
BBC News. The Israeli army says 5 of its soldiers were killed when they were mistakenly fired on by one of its tanks in northern Gaza. 2 shells were fired at the paratroopers in Jabalia. Israeli ground forces re-entered the area earlier this month. An Arab League summit is due to open in Bahrain with the war in Gaza at the centre of discussions. Leaders from across the region will consider ways to advance the creation of an independent Palestinian state, which the Israeli Prime Minister rejects. Samir Hashmi reports.
During the summit, leaders from 22 Arab nations will call for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza and discuss ways to advance the two-state solution. The countries will also discuss steps to support Gaza after the war ends. Some Arab countries, including Qatar, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Jordan and Egypt, have emphasized that their financial and political support will be linked to a clear pathway to a Palestinian statehood. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is a staunch opponent of the two-state solution.
Samir Hashmi reporting. The chief executive of the London Stock Exchange has said there's no need for panic about an increasing number of companies opting to quit the UK. Julia Hoggett told the BBC Britain's financial sector was punching above its weight. Firms worth hundreds of billions of dollars are considering a move abroad or have been bought by foreign investors. A new study has revealed the extent of the destruction of marine life in the South Pacific, caused by a huge volcanic eruption on Tonga 2 years ago. Writing in the science journal Nature Communications Earth, scientists said it blanketed the seabed in thick ash, wiping out ecosystems of vulnerable mussel and snail species that had previously thrived around deep-sea hydrothermal vents. The authors say while mass mortality of marine life historically is contained in the fossil record, it's never before been observed in real time. BBC News.
Welcome to
I am Wahinere Gifty Auntie. You see, it always feels good when you receive that salary alert. I made a bold decision to invest a lump sum into the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan, and this means that I will get these alerts every month throughout retirement for the rest of my life. You too can retire on your own terms. Invest a lump sum in the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan today and receive a monthly income for the perfect retirement. Call Old Mutual on 050-453-4333 or visit www.oldmutual.com.gh to sign up today. Obrapa Ahotongwa.
Old Mutual. Do great things every day.
Hello there. Are you interested in pursuing a career in the airline industry? Then I have great news for you. Travelex Group Limited is giving you the opportunity to get trained in IATA's travel and tourism courses, as well as other aviation-related professional courses. The modules equip you for diverse corporate fields as well. Training period is 6 months for most courses. Schedules are flexible. 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the morning session and 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. for the evening session. Payment plans are also available. Certificates and internationally recognized diplomas are received after successfully going through the program. The Travelex Group is in its 32nd year celebration and is giving out great discounts. So hurry and visit our new office at Cargo Door Airport behind the KLM office. Email us at travelexgrouplimited@gmail.com or call us on 024-656-7898 or 020-813-9985 or 026-688-8000.
Do you need a car for a day, a week, or longer? Look no further. Avis Rent-A-Car Ghana has got you covered, catering to your every need. Whether it's self-drive or chauffeur-driven, we ensure your journey is filled with comfort and style. Choose from our range of sedans, SUVs, mini SUVs, vans, and buses available to suit your business or planning need. With Avis, your journey knows no bounds. We travel anywhere in Ghana, Benin, Togo, and Cote d'Ivoire. Our prices start from as low as 600 Ghana cedis a day. T&Cs apply. Call us now on 0302-761-751 or email rentacar@avisghana.com. Visit our website avisghana.com. Avis Rent-A-Car. Plan on us.
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy.
their cinematic music style.
Yeah.
Oh, love it. All right, it's the Super Morning Show. It's about 16 minutes past 7. Have you taken part in our poll yet? The SMS poll is running on X. We're asking a simple question. Should these trainee allowances be A, scrapped, B, suspended, or C, reviewed? And by the way, reviewed means that it could either be increased,
There's D.
decreased,
and there's a D, which is maintained.
Maintained and so on. Okay. So, yeah, 4 options for you. Go and pick one. We want to see how you feel about these trainee allowances. Just today, we are told that how much has been released?
177 million.
Oh, shit. Ghana cedis.
Yeah,
Ghana
to
cedis.
Ministry
Yes.
of Health.
After-
I hope that the people will get it immediately.
After the question posed to the vice president.
Yes.
The girl days our vice president.
After how many years?
Oh no, the vice president is very busy with other things. Digitalization does not allow you to go and be chasing.
Please.
I mean, it's a very serious.
One
area.
thing at a time.
Yes. No, he has not even reached CD. How can he be dealing with their friends? Payment of allowances. He has not reached the CD. He's still dealing with digitalization, which is a very important one. Yes,
precisely.
Yes, we are transforming our country for the future. We are putting technology at the core of our country. Hopefully, it will solve the problems with the city, to solve subsequent problems with galamsey and other things too. I think now there is an agreement between the vice president and President Mahama that we are coalescing into a technology-driven world.
Yes.
Whichever problems we have, we can fight them with technology, which is a very. I mean, I'm excited by the conversation happening. I'm not excited that people are making technology a conversation for the future.
I'm confused.
I'm hoping that it can
Was
be
it
translated.
technology that resolved this issue
Raymond, should it be
and led to the release of the money?
Should it be scrapped? Should it be suspended? Should it be reviewed? Or should it be maintained?
Technology should help her decide that easily. But if you ask me, without technology, back of the envelope calculation, without any extra evolution, I think that it was one of the biggest mistakes we made as a people to bring back this particular thing.
So option what?
1, scrapped, never to be returned.
Mamavi.
It should be put in practice.
Shouldn't even be a debate. Scrap it.
Okay.
You didn't ask Winston.
Oh no, I did at the beginning.
Oh, no, I
of
have
the
already
show.
indicated.
Yes.
I mean, I'm against the payment of trainee allowances.
He says
So I don't support trainee allowances. Never.
Are people dying because we can't afford their dialysis treatment?
Oh yes.
So why are we paying people to become nurses when we don't actually have jobs?
That will be fighting them in the future. Maybe we have made a plan officially as a state to train for the future. So yes. Current update on the poll.
Yes, I do. So nobody says it should be suspended. 0. Nobody says it should be reviewed. 0. 29% say it should be maintained. And 71% say scrapped.
Okay.
There you go.
So those who want votes, I hope they are listening. All right, then, let's get to it. Today, apart from that, we're also finding out why it is so expensive to be a tourist in Ghana. What exactly is your money getting you in Ghana? Why is it so much more expensive to visit Ghana than most other countries? Stay tuned.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy.
All right, G&J, your reliable alternative backup power solution provider, is 30 years old, and they want to thank all of you for being part of this journey. As they embrace the future with brighter hopes, they look forward to providing you with the best backup power service to your homes, offices, churches, and more. They're still the largest backup power supplier in the country, and with their 24-hour service delivery, they're poised to give you the best brands in backup power and after-sales service. You can find G&J in Accra off the Mortuary Road to Kolibu. You can call G&J on 0302 6 689 178. Or you could try 0302 689 179. They're also in Kumasi on 020-2222-36. Something wrong with that number. Anyway, G&J, MD.
It's always at your service. It's got to be Omni Basic.
Omni Basic.
Which bank is ready to assist you with their 24-hour state-of-the-art contact center, Kojo?
Omni Basic.
Now, which bank is Ghana's fastest-growing corporate bank and bank of the year 2023?
Raymond.
Omni Basic.
Thank you.
At Omni Basic Bank, we're always at your service. So call us on 0307 086 or 0302 758 555 or 0800 100 790. That's the toll-free number. You can just visit any of the branches nationwide to open an Omni Basic account today and enjoy exceptional customer service. Omni Basic Bank at your service.
Now, in today's competitive business landscape, a healthy workforce is the foundation of success. That is why we have designed our corporate health plans to empower your employees and enhance your organization's performance. With Equity Health Insurance, you are not just investing in insurance, you are investing in the future of your company. Our plans are tailored to meet the unique needs of your employees, providing comprehensive coverage and incomparable benefits. Our commitment goes beyond paperwork and also premiums. At Equity Health Insurance, we stay with you all the way. Call us on 0501 515 124 or 0506 607 910 and let us serve you better. Equity Health Insurance, here for you.
Ooh, great. So it's difficult to keep good news to yourself, especially when it can transform your life and those close to you. You know, SG Ghana went low on interest rates last year, and this year we're even lower. Yes, Yatisubium. Are you an SG Ghana customer or on the Controller and Accountant General's payroll? Then get the money you need to turn your dreams into a reality. Visit any SG Ghana branch near you and speak to our dedicated staff about the amazing Yatisubium loans available today. You can also call 0302-214-314 for more details. Offer runs till the 7th of June 2024. Terms and conditions apply. SG Ghana, the future is you.
Now, you keep hearing this, so you must know it's true. A poorly maintained car will age faster. Now, that is why Total Energies offers specially formulated quartz engine oil with age resistance technology. It's a breakthrough that ensures optimal performance for your engine and improves protection against mechanical wear by up to 74%, even under extreme temperatures and pressures. Choosing quartz from Total Energies is choosing the engine oil that keeps your engine running efficiently and effectively. Quartz keep your engine younger for longer.
Now, the Pan-African Payment and Settlement System, PAPS, is now live at Fidelity Bank. Just imagine sending money to your loved ones or business partners across Africa instantly and in Ghana cedis. Well, don't wait for days for transactions to clear. No more expensive fees, just fast, secure, and affordable payments. PAPS is here, and Fidelity Bank makes sending money through PAPS easy. Visit any Fidelity Bank branch and start sending money across Africa instantly, securely, and affordably to Nigeria, Gambia, Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
Now, every time we eat, we know food and sugars are trapped between our teeth and also leading to the tooth decay and also gum disease. And in some cases, there is foul breath attached to this. Brushing your teeth every morning and in the night with Pepsodent Cavity Fighter gives your teeth the protection they need, leaving you with 10 times stronger teeth. Pepsodent Cavity Fighter is fortified with the pro-fluoride and micro-calcium ingredients, sealing tiny and invisible holes in your teeth. Now, this prevents cavities, keeps your teeth stronger, and your mouth healthy. Pepsodent Cavity comes in the 175 big family pack, the 120-gram Jakwa pack, the 65-gram and the 12-gram sachets, and you can also always get what you want or can afford at any time. Don't just use toothpaste that brush your teeth. Use Pepsodent that protects your teeth. Always remember, and to brush your teeth in the morning and before you sleep at night. Pepsodent has been educating Ghanaians on how to brush your teeth for 25 good years. So it is true when they say brush your teeth in the morning and before you sleep at night. Pepsodent is also recommended by the Ghana Dental Association. Pepsodent gives you the opportunity to talk to a dentist for free. Call this toll-free number now, 0800-161-000, to talk to a dentist for free. You can get Pepsodent at any shop near you. Call our customer care center on toll-free to 0800-200030. Pepsodent, every smile matters.
And to the businessman, trader, and parent sending money to loved ones and business partners, thanks to Access Bank and PAP's partnership, you can now send money across border hassle-free. Now you can send money to pay for goods and services, make business transactions, and cover school fees across Africa without worrying about foreign exchange losses or delays. It's straightforward, secure, and keeps your mind at ease. Benefit from instant payments across Nigeria, Liberia, Gambia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone with zero foreign exchange hassle when you send money in cedis. It will now be received in any other currency by the recipient. For more information, visit our website ghana.accessbankplc.com or call our toll-free 0800 004400. For all your cross-border payments, visit any of our branches and PAPS it with Access Bank. Access Bank, more than banking.
All right, now KingdomStoreOnline.com says you can go check out their wonderful office essentials, equipment, furniture, all at affordable prices, and of course, they are stationary. And you can pay for all of this stuff via Momo, whatever network you belong to. Now, if you're in Accra or Tema, you get free delivery, and of course, terms and conditions do apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. All right, sports and birthdays coming up. Stay tuned. It's the Super Morning Show on Joy.
When you want to eat, just Momo it. Tired of the long queues in the supermarket? Pay with Momo. When you really want that beautiful new blouse, just Momo it. When you want to get a trim and get fresh to impress you know who, just Momo it. When you need to pay your utility bills and domestic staff, Shani Momo. When you want to send love to the family back home, send some Momo. Join the millions of MTN Momo users all over Ghana and live life the brighter way. So just Momo it. MTN.
Imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. Picture your rooftop transformed into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more. With Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, you can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. And guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at very low rates. That's right, we are not just offering loans, we are offering the keys to your solar-powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. So if you're ready to take control of your energy destiny and switch to solar today, give us a shout on any of the following phone lines: 050-153-5789, 050-153-5790, 0244-674154. Let's chart a course for a brighter tomorrow and make your solar dreams shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Wake up, have a great day, yeah, with nourishing cowbell premium milk and cowbell Vita Rich, nourishment for you. There's a cowbell milk for you, for you, for you. Cowbell Vita Rich and cowbell premium.
Introducing the new Cowbell Premium Milk, high in protein, and the new Cowbell Vita Rich, enriched with vitamin B9, both so creamy. Now there's a cowbell for you.
Cowbell, a creamy goodness.
This advert is FDA approved.
This is what it has come to, the moment that defines a season. It's the finale, and I want it all. I want all the gold and the drama. I want Pep and Klopp racing for the top. I want the biggest stars shining on Champions League nights. I want the fairy tale stories and the glory. I want the passion of Serie A. I want the flair of La Liga. I want the Premier League. I want the football finals. I want it all. Reconnect to catch every match live on DSTV.
All right, then. Birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by
MTN.
Everywhere you go. And Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group,
as close as a partner. All right, I've got the first one going out to, and it's a pretty special one, Mr. Lord Janolate. He's CEO of Sly Lodisco. May the good Lord continue to guide and strengthen you. Wishing you many more blessed years ahead. It's from your children, Samuel, Sylvester, Lord, and Loretta. He is actually 72 today. Happy birthday to you, sir. Enjoy your birthday.
Quick one, happy birthday to my dear wife, Frances Kobner of MTN. With all you do for the family, we duly appreciate and we love and care. You will always remain special to us, from your husband, DJ Kobner, and 4 lovely kids, Erama, Nanama, Oreku, and Kuku. And finally, happy birthday to Dorcas Jelesoa, accounts officer at New Century Technical Institute, from Gameli Mensa, the monkey man.
All right, so you all know Reverend Professor Joseph Osafo. He's at the Department of Psychology at the University of Ghana, and he's got a beautiful wife, Mrs. Mavis Osafo Edu. She's Assistant Registrar at the Public Affairs Directorate of the University of Ghana. Today is her birthday. Big chaotic birthday shout to you, Mrs. Mavis Osafo Edu. Enjoy your birthday today. Have a blessed one indeed.
All right, happy birthday to Josephine Yeboah, K-Soy Era, that's a nice name, Joshua Pels Tano, Amenya Selom, Samuel Etonam Akotia, Kwame Ezwa, Princess Molekai, Ebenezer Epila, Frederick Adewale Adeokun, Hawa Idrisu, Faustina Adai, Derek Nilion, and Linda Adukwe, my friend from Tema. All right then, the Joy Sports Center is brought to you by
MTN.
Everywhere you go. Standard Chartered Bank,
here for good.
DSTV,
it's your moment.
And Cowbell Premium Milk.
Cowbell, our creamy goodness. And say goodbye to memorizing 1,001 short codes. Experience a complete one-click access to all MTN services with my MTN app. You can now check your airtime, data, and Momo balance, buy bundles with airtime, or from your Momo wallet, monitor your data usage and calls made, access your MTN Momo account, and so much more. All with my MTN app. Download my MTN app from the App Store or Google Play Store today and experience a super convenient way to do things you love on your favorite network, MTN. So, what are we doing today?
All right, and Cowbell definitely thinks about you. And so Cowbell is offering continuous nourishment that is creamy and tasty. It comes in 2 new variants, the Cowbell Premium and the Cowbell Vitarich. We've been talking about the Cowbell Premium. It's a nutritious milk containing essential minerals and vitamins, including vitamin A, B9, C, D, E, and K. In addition, Cowbell Premium is unique mainly because of its rich, creamy taste and 23.6% protein content. It offers more in its single serve pack at 26 grams and is also available in 360 grams and 400 grams. So if you're in search for something to complement your beverage this morning with that rich, creamy taste and value for money, well, Cowbell Premium is definitely the option. Stay tuned to hear about our additional exciting offer, which is the Cowbell Vitarich. Ghana, there's a Cowbell for you. Cowbell, our creamy goodness. This advert is FDA approved.
So, folks, imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. I mean, picture your rooftop transform into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more. With Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. And guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at very, very low rates. That's right. We're not just offering loans. We are offering the keys to your solar-powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. So if you're ready to take control of your energy destiny and switch to solar today, give us a shout on any of the following numbers below: 050-153-5789, 050-153-5790, and the very last one, 0244 674-154. Let's chart the course for a brighter tomorrow and make your solar dream shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Good morning to all of you. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Center with me, Fentua Tahiru Fentua. Coming up in the next 10 minutes.
Okay, for Gusto. Chance here maybe. Oh, that's brilliantly done. What a fine goal. And Kunku the scorer. Malo Gusto with the beautiful assist.
Yeah, Christopher Nkunku. He scored last night as Chelsea beat Brighton to boost their hopes of qualifying for Europe next season. We have that and many more, but we're going to start here at home.
Ayamga, chance for Ghana, and it's a brilliant opening goal. Joseph Nabi puts the Ghanaians ahead.
Yeah, like Kinson's Swagger Black Starless team, they were off to a flying start after they beat Cote d'Ivoire 5-1 at the University of Ghana Stadium in the opening game of the 2024 WAFU Under-17 Nations Cup. Joseph Nabi backed the brace to give the Starlets a 2-0 first half lead. Godfrey Sapon then made it 3 for Ghana just after the break before Cote d'Ivoire pulled one back. However, Harvey Bafa restored the Starlets' 3-goal advantage with 15 minutes to go before Mark Kagawa Mensah sealed the win in stoppage time. Like Kenson, speaking after the game, was thrilled.
It's a joy, we have to enjoy and have fun today. But trust me, like I said earlier on, it wasn't an easy game. The Ivorians are a very good side. Comes up to their technical team. They done a very good job. They made it very difficult for us. We are a ball-playing team, but because of the way the Ivorians are playing, we find it difficult to keep the ball. But hey, like I said earlier on, we have a plan, but we shouldn't be prisoners to our plan. We approach the game differently. We try to close the spaces down later part in the first half. And then second half, it worked perfectly for us. So for me, I think I'm excited. Now Ghanaians have to have fun because it was a very good win against a very good side. Yes, it's amazing. It's amazing to see them. Before the game, all of them give me a phone. They called me. They wish me well. The support is amazing. Most of the former players called me to wish me well. I appreciate it.
That's like Kinson there. Let's hear from a Starless midfielder, Theophilus Ayamga. He expressed gratitude to the hundreds of fans who showed up to support the team.
Came with a game plan, and you could see on the field of play, we dominated play, and we didn't do anything aside the totals. That we have to keep them on the final third, move the ball faster, and that is how we dominated play. We came with a game plan, and it worked perfectly for us. The fans, it was very marvelous. They came in their numbers to give us the support, and you could see when we score a good goal, they cheer us up, and when we are defending and we get the ball, even when we are down, they still give us those morale and stuff. So I think the fans help us really well.
The win now means the Black Starlets are top of Group A ahead of their final group game against Benin next Tuesday. The fans who went to the stadium to watch the game, they were very, very impressed with Lai Kinson's coaching.
I've seen that Coach Lai Kinson have done a lot of good job, seriously.
But, it's been a while we saw a high-scoring Black Starlet team like this. To be honest, I don't remember the last time I saw a Ghanaian team, more so a Black Starlet team, scoring high number of goals like.
Yeah, the team is coming good, but it's not yet perfect because we lack so many things. You understand? If they meet any opponent with speed, the team will be worried. But I think the coach has done a good job.
That's some fans who were at the University of Ghana Stadium to watch the Black Starlets expressing some confidence and full of praise, of course, for the team's performance. Now, there are some matches today at 3 p.m. Burkina Faso will take on Nigeria in the Group B opener, while Togo face Niger at 6 p.m. All of that happening at the University of Ghana Stadium. Now in England, Christopher Nkunku came off the bench to score the winner for Chelsea as they beat Brighton 2-1 to boost their European qualification hopes. After going into 6th position, Chelsea currently occupy the UEFA Conference League spot, but they have a chance to qualify for the Europa League on the final day if they win and Spurs lose. Chelsea boss Mauricio Pochettino is happy his side is on the verge of securing European football for next season.
I'm so happy for the player.
they deserve the full credit in the way that we work, approach the game, and the way that we try to apply all the work that we were doing on the training ground. That is important thing. I feel so proud. And to face a team like Brighton always is difficult here in the stadium. And of course, I think we are so happy because the 3 points allowed us to have the hope to achieve what we want, is to play in Europe next season. I don't know. It's not important. I think the most important is winning game for me, is to work really hard with the player and to achieve what we want is, from the beginning the season was tough, and you know very well that all the circumstances.
That's Mauricio Pochettino. Elsewhere in Manchester, Rasmus Højlund, he came off the bench to score in the 84th minute to seal a thrilling 3-2 win for Man United over Newcastle at Old Trafford. Manager Erik ten Hag addressed the fans in the stadium after the game and promised victory against Man City in the FA Cup final.
As you know, it wasn't an easy season, but one thing remained constant, and that was the begging of you for the team. But the season is not over yet. First, we travel to Brighton, where we go for 3 points, and then we go to Wembley. And I promise you that those players will give everything, but then everything, to get that cup, to win the cup, and bring him to Old Trafford.
Erik ten Hag. Still in England, Premier League clubs will vote on whether to scrap video assistant referees from next season at their annual general meeting on the 6th of June, following a resolution submitted by Wolverhampton Wanderers. The BBC's John Bennett explains why Wolves want the VAR scrapped.
Wolves have basically given a list of what they see as the negative consequences of VAR since it was brought in 2019. It's 9 reasons. They include impact on goal celebrations, confusion inside stadiums, continued errors, and erosion of trust. And they add that in their view, the price for what they call a small increase of accuracy is at odds with the spirit of the game, and they want VAR scrapped.
That's John Bennett. Now, 13 of the 20 Premier League clubs will need to vote in favour of that proposal before any further action can be taken. In Italy, Juventus won their first major trophy in 3 years as they beat Atalanta 1-0 to lift the record, extending 15th. Coppa Italia, Dusan Vlahovic scored the only goal in Rome Stadio Olimpico after just 4 minutes when he received Andrea Cambiaso's pass before finishing from 12 yards out. And before we go, FIFA has announced at its 75th Congress yesterday that the inaugural Women's Club World Cup will take place in January and February of 2026. The 16-team tournament will be held every 4 years and fall during the domestic season for European leagues between the Women's Champions League group stages and the knockout rounds. I will conclude with boxing, where the build-up to the Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk fight this weekend in Saudi Arabia continues. It's the first undisputed heavyweight title fight since 1999, and the first time all 4 major world titles have been on the line in the 4-belt era. Fury's promoter is Frank Warren. He's described the fight as the biggest in the 21st century.
This is the biggest fight of the 21st century. It's the first time ever 4 belts have been on the line. All the belts will be unified on Saturday night, and we will find out who is the #1 heavyweight in the world in a fight that involves 2 undefeated heavyweights in their prime. As I say, it's the first time that this has ever happened. When Lennox fought, there was 3 belts. This time there's 4. When he beat Holyfield, there's 4 this time. This is legacy. The heavyweight champion of the world has always been probably the most famous sportsman on the planet. So Tyson comes through it, which I hope he will. That will be him on Saturday night.
That's Frank Warren, Tyson Fury's promoter. And we'll see what happens on Saturday. That's all the sports this morning on the Joy Sports Centre. My name is Fento. Zahir Fento. Back to you, Mamavi.
All right. We thank you, Fence, for sports and social media messages on the Super Morning Show, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you. Well, that's Consolidated Bank actually brings us the business minutes as well as Anointed Electricals and Waikari Capital. But social media messages are brought to us by Malatu from NS Chemist Malatu, Power Over Malaria, GTP Lifestyle, EcoBank, a better way, a better African Rapinol. When the pain is too much to bear, grab Rapinol from Danex Iton PLC. Rapinol, the rapid pain reliever. Uncle White will join us right after these.
Across Africa, a new era has begun, shifting our focus to a new horizon, connecting us with one purpose: to create and share opportunities to grow. Today, we are making a brighter tomorrow, built by our dreams and our energy. Across our continent, across the world, we are creating a better way to a better future. A Pan-African future. Together. EcoBank. A better way, a better Africa.
Wake up, have a great day, yeah. With nourishing cowbell premium milk and cowbell Vita Rich, nourishment for you. There's a cowbell milk for you, for you, for you. Cowbell Vita Rich and cowbell premium.
Introducing the new Cowbell Premium Milk, high in protein, and the new Cowbell Vita Rich, enriched with vitamin B9, both so creamy. Now there's a cowbell for you.
Cowbell of creamy goodness.
This advert is FDA approved.
Keep this frequency clear.
99.7.
Right, so welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us. We're bringing you food for thought shortly, but first, a happy birthday to the world's coolest 13-year-old, Mama V. May God continue to watch and protect you. May you live long and achieve some of the most remarkable things in this world. Happy first teenage birthday to Sena Kojo Chahe from the entire family, with lots of love.
Aww.
And I know Sena is currently in his, in his mother's vehicle, waiting to hear this before he goes to school. So Sena Kojo Chahe, Sena, you can go to school now.
Send a happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's cross over to Uncle Ebo White with food for thought.
It's brought to us by Roverman Productions. Be the difference. Uncle, good morning to you.
Gorgeous.
Yes, sir.
Gorgeous, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle. And thank you. Elsie came.
All right. Though what you just said can be interpreted in another way.
I know, right? But I'm hoping that our friends will understand, because Elsie came to visit last Monday, and you said it on air, so they will know.
Just the two of us need to understand. That's all. That's all that matters. Well, Gorgeous, before I go on to my presentation this morning, let me take a moment to say God bless you to a taxi driver. His name is William. William on Sunday picked one of my daughters from Hosanna Temple at Teshi Nungwa and decided not to charge her because it was Mother's Day.
Oh, wow.
Yes. When they got to the house, she asked him, how much is it? And he said, no. You don't owe me anything. It's Mother's Day. This is my Mother's Day gift to you.
Just like that.
Just like that. Taxi driver, William.
Wow. Oh, that's incredible.
So, William, taxi driver, we don't even know whether that was his usual route or not, but what you did, I just want you to know that even this morning, it still brings joy and smile to that lady's face. So Thank you very much.
He's an angel.
He is. Maybe for this year's celebration of mothers, instead of talking about principles and issues of motherhood, I have been sharing with you my memories of my mother, who died at 90 in 2013. That is 11 years ago. In my mother, I saw two women. There was the before 1968 Antiama and the after 1968 Antiama. The before 1968 Antiama was a married woman who carried herself with all the dignity of a married woman. She understood that marriage came with some responsibilities, limitations, and restrictions, and that there were things a single woman was free to do, but a married woman had to stop herself from even contemplating. The before 1968 Antiama submitted to her husband and honored him and did nothing that could be disrespectful of her husband and of her status as a married woman. She watched the company she kept because she understood that the company you keep defines you. She made sure she was home by a certain time to ensure that her husband's supper was ready by the time he got home. She allowed her husband to lead, and she followed happily. Those were different times, eh? That did not mean that she was a doormat, because I knew of situations where my father took a stand and my mother did not fight it before us, the children. But by the next morning, the decision had changed. Either it had been amended or discarded altogether. And because she accorded her husband maximum respect, her husband also honored her and put her before his own extended family. That was the before 1968 Antiama. The after 1968 Antiama was a very different woman. Her circumstances had changed, and she adapted to her changed circumstances. In the first place, she was a widow now, and so she worked harder in her trade to ensure that her children did not go hungry. The after 1968 Antiama, the Antiama who was a widow, lived without any restrictions beyond those she imposed on herself because of her upbringing, her religion, and her values. The after 1968 Antiama was willing to spread her wings and fly. She made herself useful to the community in all kinds of ways. She became church mother at the St. Mary's Catholic Parish at South Interstitials. She became the queen of the Edina community resident in the Ashanti region and was recognized as such at Manshia. She also got fully involved in the 1969 elections and was elected the constituency chairperson for the Banter constituency, although she opted to serve as the vice chairman because of her lack of formal education. The before 1968 Antiama would go to a funeral, wait to make her donation, say hello to a few people, and return home. And she drank only soft drinks at funerals. The after 1968 Antiama would take beer or Guinness, and she attended funerals in the company of two of her friends, always. Auntie Kate, who was about the same age as her and who was also a widow, and Auntie B, who was much younger than the two and divorced. Auntie B's mother had been a friend to my mother, but then when she died and B's marriage collapsed, my mother took her under her wings, trained her to take over her mother's business, and became her guardian, support, and confidant. Auntie B went everywhere with my mother. At one point, the women at Asafo Market took to referring to her as Auntie Ame's handbag, a title she was very comfortable with. The story I'm going to tell you has to do with that association between the after 1968 Antiama and her protege, B. B was not only younger, but was very beautiful. To me, she was the most beautiful among the fishmongers at the time. One day, my mother and her two friends, Auntie Kate and B, went to a funeral at one of the suburbs in Kumasi. At the funeral, a gentleman saw B and was smitten by her beauty. He decided to go after her, as it happens in funerals. But when he saw that B was attached to my mother, he approached my mother instead and asked if he could treat the three of them to some beer at a bar across the street from the funeral grounds. Sure, my mother said, and off to the bar they went, the three women and this gentleman. His intention was to make the women believe that he was a very rich man and then propose to be, thinking that women do not say no to rich men. He also thought that if he could get the women a little drunk, it would be easier to achieve his objective with B. He was sure that just a glass of beer would be enough to soften the women, especially B, who was his target. In his experience, women generally could not handle alcohol as well as men. And if even men struggled with a bottle of beer, then a glass of beer would be all that was required with women. At the bar, he called out with the confidence of a rich man, "Barman, 4 bottles." In his mind, the women should be impressed with that. You see, most people ordered 1 bottle for 2 people. And then when that was finished, maybe order a second bottle. But he had ordered 1 bottle for each person straight. I suspect he was applauding himself in his mind. The beer came. Each glass was filled. And then the man raised his glass for a toast. He clanked glasses with the women and then took a mouthful and put his glass down. The women, on the other hand, took their glasses to their lips and emptied the contents before putting the glasses down. They quickly refilled them. The man's glass was still not even at the halfway line. In another 5 minutes, the second glasses were empty and the 3 bottles empty. The man was shocked, but he played it cool, thinking that the women would definitely not be able to handle anymore. He asked them if they would want second round, expecting them to say they had had enough. But they said, "Oh, of course." So he felt compelled to order a second round of bottles for them, whilst his own bottle was still just about half empty. When the second round of bottles came, and the women still showed that they had capacity, the man knew that this was not the usual women one picked at funerals. He finished his bottle and said to the women, "Ladies, excuse me, I need to use the loo." He got up and walked in the direction of the washroom. Mama V, that was in 1972. Maybe he will return to the table tomorrow. My mother ended up paying the bill for the 7 bottles. You see, my mother and her friends worked hard for their money, and they also knew how to spend their money. And they were always prepared before they stepped out. The fishmongers were not the kind of women who were waiting for a man to spend on them. They had their own money to spend. But if you insisted on spending on them, then you better have deep pockets. The moral of the story: never underestimate women in anything.
That's it.
And God, yes, that's my presentation for this morning.
Good lesson.
We are still waiting for the man.
Oh, that's interesting. Uncle Ebo, thank you so much. Auntie Amma and Auntie B, they lived they enjoyed life.
Oh, they did. They did. Especially the post-1968 Auntie Amma. She freed herself. She freed herself. And I found that remarkable because now I meet women who have lost their husbands and they allow themselves to also die. You know. But no, my mother took full advantage of being single, of being a widow, got involved in anything she wanted, tried her hands at a lot of things, and excelled at all of them. But don't invite her to the beer bar if you are in the beer bar yourself.
She'll empty your pockets. Well, thank you.
Oh, yes. You better have deep pockets, especially when she's with those 2 women. God, the 3 women could handle alcohol in ways that was frightening.
Well, thank you so much, and I hope that some single woman somewhere will take inspiration from this story. There are a lot of lighter lessons, but there are also really deeper lessons in there, and I hope that it inspires someone who is single this morning. Thank you, Uncle Ebo.
All right. Enjoy the rest of the week.
All right. Enjoy the rest of the day and the week as well. And Clipper White with Food for Thought, brought to us by Riverman Productions. Be the difference. Let's quickly bring you the Business Minutes, brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you. Anointed Electricals, the generator experts, and Waika Capital, together towards tomorrow.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, Anointed Electricals, the generator experts, and Waika Capital, together towards tomorrow. The National Petroleum Authority has set a new benchmark for pricing of products as petrol drops, but diesel has gone up marginally to 13 cedis 15 pesos a litre. Inflation is expected to decline much faster in May 2024 as favourable base effect becomes more pronounced. That's according to IC research. It is therefore forecasting a 22.1 inflation rate in May. Economist Professor Godfrey Bokwing is predicting Ghana is likely to witness another round of a domestic debt exchange program from 2027. And Chinese electric vehicle maker NIO has unveiled the first car from its lower price brand Envo in a direct challenge to Tesla's best-selling car. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, Anointed Electricals, the generator experts, and Waika Capital, together towards tomorrow.
Morning Show. Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
You listening to me on the radio. I know exactly what you need, and I go sort you out. But first, quick introduction. Me be the connection man. I'll make things happen. Whether it be business, fashion, or the latest trend in town, I go connect you. I know when people connect, big things they happen. I am the plug to your plug. Anything you want, that's I go show you where options they line them up for you. You want download or you want stream? Link up. I got you. I conquer everywhere. From circle to Kikitia, Yakuma to Navrongo, Jiosu to Kita, Techima to Kumbungu. I'll be the link between you and the next big opportunity. It be me where I go connect you, make it happen. Oh, you want to know my name? I am Telecel.
Switch to Telecel for the best value voice and data services and connect to the things that matter. Connecting dreams, connecting goals, connecting passions.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Electroland Ghana Limited is giving its May Day promotion in all its shops and authorized dealers across Ghana. Grab a Samsung Full HD 32-inch LED TV for just 2,349 Ghana cedis. Get our discounted media tabletop fridge at 1,999 cedis. Buy a TCL UHD 4K Smart Android 55-inch LED TV at 6,299 Ghana cedis. And get a free NASCO 5-burner cooker. Mayday promotion near good. Get a NASCO 90-liter top freezer at 1,699 Ghana cedis. And if you're looking for top quality dishwashers, gas hobs, chimney knots, and electric hobs, Electrolux got you with exciting discounts as well. Rush now. Terms and conditions apply. For further information, call 050-315-9739. Electroland Ghana Limited, home of luxury and affordable appliances.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, together with its stakeholders, present the third Made in Ghana Bazaar under the theme Promoting Made in Ghana Goods and Services for Economic Prosperity. The exhibitors include Ghanaian businesses, startups, and foreign companies in Ghana undertaking value addition and embassies in Ghana.
Venue, Accra International Conference Center, 23rd to 25th May 2024, 9 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. each day.
The bazaar is to promote Made in Ghana products using the network of Ghana's embassies abroad and foreign embassies in Ghana. There will be live performances of authentic Ghanaian music, playground for children, traditional games, and sale of your favorite Ghanaian dishes by local vendors. Attendance is free.
Sponsors: National Petroleum Authority,
XCMG Ghana,
Ghana Exim Bank,
GCB Bank PLC,
Ghana Gas,
Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority,
Ghana Tourism Authority,
Ghana Export Promotion Authority,
XP Agency,
Ghana Free Zones Authority,
Ghana Standards Authority,
Ghana Shippers Authority, media partner GBC,
and the Multimedia Group.
Registration is ongoing for exhibitors at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration.
Call 0538 062 264 or
0209 249 932 for further details. The third Made in Ghana Bazaar.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. toughest show in town.
Ladies and gentlemen, you will recall that I stated in 2014 that if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. That was true then, and it is true now. It is 100% correct. So if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. But it is warped logic to jump from that to a conclusion that if there is depreciation in your currency, then the fundamentals must be weak. The economic management team, it is quite clearly a fantastic team. Professor Jambafuo, Dr. Akotose, Dr. Afriye Akoto, Honorable Alan Chiramanting, Boachi Ejaku, Ken Oforiata, Senior Minister Yao Osafo Maf. What a solid team. The Ghana cedi is currently in free fall and depreciating virtually on a daily basis. In fact, this is what you are seeing as a Midonyami exchange rate because it is going all the way.
Wake up, good morning, good morning.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
It's Thursday, Throwback Thursday here on the Super Morning Show. 8 minutes after 8, we're live on Joy 99.7 FM, and this is the Super Morning Show. We brought you the Business Minutes thanks to Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you, Anointed Electricals, the generator experts, and Waikari Capital together towards tomorrow.
And Anointed Engineering Services Limited is into the sales of ultra silent generators from 5 kVA to 2,500 kVA. And, in these times, you need, one of these generators. Because yesterday, while I was on my way home, I got a call. When you get that call, you're like, oh, sir. So you don't go home, you ask, Omaso, before you get home. And, they undertake the maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generators. And they also stock genuine spare parts of all kinds for various generators and also do generator rentals. They have branches nationwide. You can locate their latest branches in Amrahia Frames Oil on their main Adenta Dodowa Road, East Legon, Lagos Avenue, opposite Turmeric Hotel, Tema General Hospital Road, Community 9, just after the overhead, and Kaswa off the Wager Kaswa Road near Simaf Cement Depot. And at Odoko, where they have their head office, number 77 Anointed House off the Odoko Malam Road, call 0243 480 334.
And we have a poll running currently on X. Should the nursing trainees allowance be scrapped, suspended, reviewed, or maintained?
Hold on,
should it be scrapped?
Hold on. Take it again. Relax. No blow.
Should the nursing trainees allowance be one scrapped, suspended, reviewed, or maintained? And I'll give you the results as it stands now on X. Please get there and vote at the hashtag Joy SMS. So scrapped stands at, let me start from maintained. Maintained is 25%. Review is 13%. Suspended is 3%. And 59% of the respondents say it should be scrapped. That's the results. But this could change, so you can get to X.
Which percentage said they should maintain it?
Maintain 25.
25%.
25.
All the boys whose girlfriends are nurses are included in that 25%. It's a cost-saving vote.
All right, so join us on X and add your voice to this. But today is actually Rhoda Miller's birthday. Did you know that?
I just found out.
Yeah, it's her birthday.
Roger Miller.
Yes, our very own Roger Miller. Roger Miller.
Yeah, she's a graphic designer, a member of the Super Morning Show team. It's her birthday today. Rhoda, happy birthday to you.
That's wonderful. Happy birthday, Rhoda.
Yeah, I think it's Leslie's birthday as well. Leslie Abloh is a client service executive here at the Multimedia Group. It's his birthday today. Leslie, enjoy your birthday. Social media messages on the Super Morning Show brought to you by EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa. Malatu from NS Chemist, Malatu Power Over Malaria, GTP Lifestyle, and Rapinol, when the pain is too much to bear, grab Rapinol from Dennis Iton PLC. Rapinol, the rapid pain reliever.
Now, this is the year to stop singing and talking about shopping and enjoying life and just do it. EcoBank has over 1 million cedis worth of cash and prizes in the EcoBank Million Gang promo for you and over 7,000 others across Ghana. Hey, my God. Winners will be rewarded bi-weekly. Do you know, I saw bi-weekly and I thought it was bilkly. Bilkly. Bi-weekly. And yes, I am. Yes, I am.
I'm happy you love the name.
Every time. No, please remove the S. And you can be one of them, winning up to 10,000 Ghana cedis. There will also be 3 monthly draws, and all you have to do is deposit cash in multiples of 500 Ghana cedis into your EcoBank account at the nearest branch, EcoBank Express Point, or via EcoBank Mobile to stand a chance of winning. Now, other prizes include fuel vouchers, shopping vouchers, airtime, and so much more. Promo runs from now until July the 31st, 2024. It's your time to chop live. Remember, every 500 Ghana cedi deposit earns you an entry into the EMG draw. A better way to enjoy life. A better way. A better Africa. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
And Big Stories brought to you by Telecel, connecting Energy's latest film, your partner for life and equity health insurance, here for you.
My late entry, and this one says, I wish a happy birthday to my wife, Francisca Kome Apau, a.k.a. Obi. And it's coming from your husband, Eric Kofi Apau, also known as Joe Papa. He says, he loves you so much, and Abi, you know, Dada. Things will happen. Anyway, you're about to have the world at your fingertips because the wait is finally over. Telecel is here. Now you have everything you want and need: quick and reliable communication, stress-free money transactions via Telecel Cash, transforming your big business ideas into success stories with Telecel Business and more. Connect with Telecel and enjoy a world of endless possibilities, because with Telecel, there's no limit to connections. Telecel, connecting energies.
All right, now if you're dreaming of the perfect sofa to upgrade to this year, your dream sofa is now a reality at Latex Foam, introducing their sensational V-Sofa range where comfort meets style at prices that'll make your heart skip a beat. Hop into any Latex Foam showroom across the country to dive into a world of colors and choices. From the sleek L-shaped sofas at just 3,100 Ghana cedis to the complete V sofa set for an unbeatable 6,500 Ghana cedis, you have the opportunity to elevate your living space with Latex Foam, your forever partner in comfort and luxury. Hurry, your perfect sofa awaits. Latex Foam, your partner for life.
It's the Super Morning Show, and on our big stories today, well, sometime this week, Wisdom Johnny Nwekpe, he reports for the Business and Financial Times. He put together a report about the fact that more tourists have rated this country as expensive. So nearly 44% of both local and international tourists have rated Ghana as an expensive destination compared to those who claimed it is affordable, according to the 2023 Ghana Tourism Report. Out of this group, some 7.85% of tourists from the US, UK, Nigeria, and domestic sources rated Ghana as a very expensive destination, with an additional 36.13% considering it expensive. So what is making Ghana an expensive destination is our big question today.
Problematic, very problematic. And I mean, you look around you, the evidence is everywhere. Look at our taxes. I mean, look at what's happening with our cedi. I told you the other day about that pot of yogurt that just a couple of years ago I bought for 33 cedis, 34 cedis. Today, I was made to pay 118 cedis for the same thing, right? And this is a pot of yogurt that costs less than $1, by the way, less than $1. So, I mean, why would someone come from their country and come and spend over 10 times how much it costs them to eat in their own country? Why would they come and do that here?
Yeah.
What exactly are they eating that is so much better?
But with about nearly 20 taxes and levies, can you really blame operators? We're talking about expensive tour packages people complain of. People also talk about the expensive hotels. You know, it's just very expensive to sleep in a hotel in Ghana.
Yeah.
But can you blame them?
It's a fair question, but I think it's important for us to also scrutinize what operators do in the face of these, exorbitant taxes, and in the face of the, dwindling value of the city. What are their options to remain relevant? I mean, are they taking every opportunity, or are they simply allowing the wind to blow them, wherever the economy takes them? What can we do to make tourism, more sustainable? Because we've made it trendy, we just have to make it affordable.
Yeah. All right, listen, 17 minutes after 8. Join us on 055-111-1997 if you are an operator. Particularly, we want to hear from you. What do you make of this finding, and how can we reduce the cost, really? Post on X with the hashtag JoySMS. You can also reach us on Facebook as well. It's Joy997. This is the Super Morning Show. In the meantime, we'll have a poll running. Should the nursing trainees allowance be scrapped, suspended, reviewed, or maintained?
A quick one just came through. Charles Osam is branch manager at Omni Basic Bank in Nima, and our very own Tete Watson is wishing him a very, very happy birthday. Tete says he's a very big man, so happy birthday to you, Charles Osam.
All right, I think we have some messages as well. Birthday messages. Mr. Joseph Walker of J-Walk Company Limited. It's your birthday. May God bless you and give you long life. It's from your wife and children. Happy birthday to Nana Kwame Ajiman Bewa of the Audit Department, Thomas Emisa, Head of African Technology Services, and Eugene Yeboah Amankwa of the Tax and Regulatory Department, all of Deloitte Ghana. It's from your country managing partner, Daniel Kwejo Wusu, and all the staff. All right, happy birthday to you if it's your birthday. I think that's the last one. Yes, it's a happy 4th birthday, my sweet Miss Princess Ronita Ampadako of Babyness School in Osu. As you celebrate this day, all that Dad asks from God is his favor, grace, wisdom, and blessings. You are all that a daddy would ask for. Mommy, Kweku, and Daddy cherish and love you so much. Happy birthday, my little princess. Send us messages, WhatsApp messages, send to 055-111-1997. We're also live on X. Please post your message then at the hashtag JoySMS. We're also on Facebook. Keep the messages coming through. We'll share them with the rest of the world.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Waikari Capital. We are a multinational fund management company regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission. Our aim is to help our customers thrive by enabling them to achieve their lifetime financial goals while investing their funds in ways that create a positive future for them, their families, and their businesses. In this way, we help them to create the best life. Speak to us today. Call us on 050-157-7546 or 050-157-7547. Visit www.waikaricapital.com. Waikari Capital, together towards tomorrow.
Hey, Cashman.
Yeah.
Don't you know Nana has assembled all of us and you are here making calls?
My generator is spoiled too. So I'm calling a renowned Ghanaian company with an excellent track record in the sales and repairs of generator sets in Accra to come and repair for me.
Oh, is it Anointed Electricals?
Yeah.
Anointed Electricals deals in quality and genuine generators with high fuel efficiency. We also rent generators.
They sell quality generators from 10 kVA to 2500 kVA. They have spare parts of other generators and can repair every 40 generator set even if you didn't buy from them.
Look, now we don't have any electrical problem in Accra.
Oh, how?
Because Anointed Electricals is right here at East Legon, Lagos Avenue, opposite Tomric Hotel.
And that's why Nana is calling us.
Okay.
Yes. If you want to buy a brand new generator or repair the old one, visit Anointed Electricals. Or if you are within Accra, call our hotline 0246 423 534
or call 0243 480 334. They have qualified and dedicated men on 24-hour after sales service.
Then let's go and listen to Nana. Let's go.
Gosh, after giving you the hint, won't you give me anything?
Anointed, the generator experts.
Let me tell you about My King. Always looking out for the family and making sure we have the protection we need.
Mine has been caring for our family from generation to generation.
Let me tell you, mine makes sure I smile always.
Mine makes sure we save money.
Abba, these women are at it again. Is it your husband you are speaking so highly of?
Oh no, we are talking about the new Pepsodent 200 grams.
It's the Pepsodent Kokroko promo. This is the Pepsodent 175 grams you have always loved. Now with an additional 25 grams free for cavity protection and 10 times stronger teeth for your entire family. Grab yours now. This advert is FDA approved.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. That was true then, and it is true now. It is 100% correct. So if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose. But it is warped logic to jump from that to a conclusion that if there is depreciation in your currency, then the fundamentals must be weak. When I look at the economic management team, it is quite clearly a fantastic team. Professor Jambafuo, Dr. Akutose, Dr. Afriye Akoto, Honorable Alan Chiramanting, Boachi Ejaku, Ken Oforiata, Senior Minister Yao Osafo Maf. What a solid team. The Ghana cedi is currently in free fall and depreciating virtually on a daily basis. In fact, this is what you are seeing as a Midonyami exchange rate because it is going all the way.
Catch your move on here, bandana from Ghana.
Joy on set. The Super Morning Show is always the best fit. Joy 99.7
Mukuhu.
Yeah. Oh, that's it's not bandana
from Ghana. No, it's Mukuhu.
Oh, we had perceived it to be bandana from Ghana.
Yeah. This is like one of Shatawale's all-time best.
It is my all-time best.
It was his calling card. You know, this is the song that made us aware that there is this emerging talent. And of course, I mean, once again, thanks to the last two, right?
But Charlie, this song. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
It sits on a good beat.
Oh,
and after that, he was explaining his transition. That he has he's moving from bandana to Wale before the Shatawale. Yeah. Then he said the Wale meant war alert lyrical entertainer.
And by the time he would drop the second album, no problem.
Yeah.
You could hear Wale and you me boy I know they have no problem.
Wait, war alert abazi.
Lyrical entertainer.
War alert.
Lyrical entertainer.
But you have seen it. If you like say anything against him right now, whether you won't have your reply tomorrow. If you like, say you have your reply tomorrow.
Now you don't have to even say anything against
him. So that's the war alert.
War alert.
No matter what, he's ready with a response. And it will be lyrically entertaining.
I tell you.
That's shatter for you. All right, listen, today on the show, we want to talk about something really important, okay? Ghana has become trendy. It has become fashionable for people to visit Ghana as a tourist attraction. It's fashionable, but is it affordable? Well, according to surveys, almost half of those who were asked considered Ghana to be expensive, and that is really not the statistic we want. So today we're going to try and break it down, try and understand why is Ghana expensive, what goes in, what's the price build up, right, for someone coming to visit this country. What is it that makes it so much more expensive, and are they getting value for their money? Can we do anything about the restrictive cost of touring Ghana? Let's talk about it. We'll be hearing from Ben Ananinsia, who happens to be the Deputy Chief Executive in charge of General Service at the Ghana Tourism Authority. Nana Yao will also join us. Nana Yao is a hotelier here in Ghana, and he's got some insights for us. So stay tuned. We're getting into that in just a moment. But first, you may be aware that coping with anxiety is essential when starting your career. But how exactly can you navigate that, and how can you cope with anxiety and stress so that you can be ready to work? Join ABSA Ghana's Ready to Work webinar for answers to these questions and more. They'll be discussing coping with anxiety as a young person. They'll be live on the ABSA Bank Ghana's Facebook and YouTube platforms on Friday. That's tomorrow, the 17th of May, from 11 a.m. sharp. This is your opportunity to engage, ask questions, and share your thoughts on this vital topic. Don't miss it. Your story matters. ABSA.
And the Energy Commission announces for the information of the public, particularly electricians and electrical wiring practitioners, that the May-June 2024 Certified Electrical Wiring Examination will begin on Saturday 15th June and Sunday 16th June 2024 at selected locations in Accra, Kumasi, Takoradi and Tamale. To apply for domestic, commercial, industrial or inspector categories, visit our website energycom.gov.gh and click licensing on the drop-down menu and click electrical wiring. Click on the application forms and then click on May-June 2024 application form to download, or visit the online portal ghanawiring.com. Follow the prompts and submit your application. Application for the commercial, industrial and inspector categories may be submitted online, and submission of applications deadline is now 24th May 2024. Submit all completed application forms at any of our offices in Accra, Takoradi, Kumasi or Tamale, or designated regional representatives whose contacts are provided behind the application form. Visit energycom.gov.gh, email info@energycom.gov.gh, or call any of the following numbers in Accra: 0302 813756 or 57 or 59, and then in Kumasi 0322 495 964, in Tamale 037 200 1572, and then in Takoradi 0312 03540. This is issued under the authority of the Office of the Executive Secretary.
Now, escape to Royal Cozy Hills Hotel. We call it the Drapa Dubai. You have seen the rest. Now is the time to see the best, Winston. Take a break from work and take a break from the south, which is full of problematic things, including galamsey. The Royal Cozy Hills Hotel, Drapa Dubai, is the place to relax, rewind, and get energized. It is away from the stress of the south. Now, this is what awaits you. Unforgettable experience, amazing array of wildlife, and also using their spacious and well-secured game tour vehicles, or using squad bikes. You can actually tour the entire area. That's why it has a safari, experience. You will really love it. Water sports such as jet skiing, boat or canoe rides. Now, various family games to keep you and your family excited every single day. And I've said it, I've not seen it elsewhere. This is the only place you go, they are guaranteed an entire regional tour. So you go to one place, the resort, then you get an entire regional tour. You get to see Mushroom Rock, Slave Caves in the Upper West region, every place worth going. You may even get an opportunity to visit another country when you go to Royal Cozy Hills, because I went to Burkina Faso for the first time because of Royal Cozy Hills Hotel. Escape from the south, Western. Escape to the north. Escape to Royal Cozy Hills Hotel, Drapa Dubai, for an unforgettable safari experience. And I can say on behalf of Sami Odame, Kojianse and Mama B, who have been there, and done that we are willing to support your journey. This is a worthwhile support. But if you're out there at home too, please call this number immediately. That is 050-169-4280 or 024-8844-463 for reservations or further inquiries. Safari Valley.
In fact,
we enjoy.
Let me show you that I'm serious. I'm going to sponsor the first leg of your journey from your house, the Uber from your house to the airport. It's on me. I will get you to that airport.
Raymond,
you know the first leg. Anyway,
you thought I was going to be flown to.
Yes,
but that's the first leg.
Okay, so Raymond, would you sponsor the second leg?
Now, if Richman is sponsoring Uber, then what can I do?
Which leg
sponsor the third leg.
Yeah, I'll buy water for you on your way. So make commitments. You like that? Make commitments.
As executive producer.
Yes, make commitments.
Come on.
Put your money where your mouth is.
It's about time.
We are waiting on you.
Remove something from it. Let's see something.
Man purse, big one, man purse.
Those the leather shower bag.
Yeah, the different shades.
No.
The sugar daddy pouch.
Yeah.
That's better.
That's right. Dear valued shareholder, it's crucial in today's dynamic market environment to stay informed about the performance and status of your shares. To facilitate this, GCB kindly requests that you update your records with them. You can conveniently do so by visiting the nearest GCB Bank branch or by accessing their website, which is gcb.com.gh. By keeping your records current, you enable them to provide you with timely updates and notifications related to your shares. Your investment matters to them, and they are committed to delivering reliable services that will cater to your financial needs. So don't miss out on important updates that could impact your investment decisions. Take a moment to visit them today at any of their branches across the country and ensure that your records are up to date. GCB, your bank for life.
And the fourth industrial revolution is here. But what does this mean for Ghana and Africa? Join global and local leaders to address the impact of technology at the first ever Industry Engagement Forum 2024 by Industry Emerging Africa, II Africa, in collaboration with MasterCard Foundation, Ghana, and the Ministry of Education through the National Service Scheme. Be part of this groundbreaking immersive experience. The two-day event will serve as a pivotal platform fostering dialogue and collaboration in a bid to bridge the industry-academia gap. And you hear this all the time, so it's important we're bridging it. Empower STEM graduates across Africa and combat youth unemployment. Theme: industry driving AI and fourth industrial revolution in Africa. Collaborative pathways for digital transformation in Ghana. Date: Wednesday 22nd of May and Thursday the 23rd of May 2024. Time: 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. each day. Venue: UPSC Auditorium, Accra. Visit iiafrica.org for more information and to register. Media partners: Joy 99.7 FM, Joy News, and myjoyonline.com.
And now we know that after a record of 30 rounds of Olaroti means the gods are not to blame. Image Bureau, April Communications, and the National Theatre have reconvened for another theatrical adventure. This June, dive deep into the heart of Ghanaian theatre as Nashoko makes a directing debut with the legend of Akusika in honor of the writer Professor Martin Owusu. Akusika, the one that the hand turned
to gold.
Yeah, I see something like that before. Book a seat now for a mind-blowing, dramatic experience with some of the finest talents in the business. Mauli Semevo, Edinam Atachi, Elvis Crystal, Arnold Asamoah Bedu, and also for the first time on stage, Adoma. Winston, you know Adoma very well.
Adoma, yeah.
Yes. Come and let's celebrate the legend.
Great talent.
Legendary professor on Saturday the 1st and Sunday the 2nd, Saturday the 8th and Sunday the 9th of June at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. each day at the National Theatre. Tickets selling fast for only 200 cedis at imagebureau.com or dial star 714 star 11 star 21 hash. The legend of Akusika is supported by the Ghana Tourism Authority, NE Plans Car Rental, and MGL Logistics, Joy FM, Hits FM, Joy Prime, Daily Guide, Graphic Communications Group, and proudly brought to you by Stanbic Bank, the National Lottery Authority. The legend of Akusika theatre doesn't get better than this.
All right. Well, listen. The question on our minds is why? Why are tourists saying Ghana is expensive? And I mean, what do we do in response to that? Our guest, Ben Ananinsia, Deputy Chief Executive in charge of General Service at the Ghana Tourism Authority, joins us on the phone alongside Nana Yao, who is a hotelier here in Accra. Good morning to you both.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you so much for making
good
the
morning
time.
to your listeners.
Indeed. Now, listen, before we take a break, let me just ask you this, Ben. 40% of those who were surveyed say Ghana is expensive. Are they wrong?
I think you must take the report in its totality for it to make sense. If 40 people say something is high, which means 60 people are saying it is not high. You see what I'm saying? So I think for us to better interpret what it says, I mean, what the findings of that survey, we should dig a little deeper. That survey was done during the December period. You know, we have created this December in GH thing. So it's not a reflection of the entire, how do I say it, tourist appreciation of the destination scores from January to December. But it is still reflective enough. Now, if you look at who says it's high, if you drill down further, it's the Ghanaians who are saying it's expensive. 55% of them are saying it is expensive. But if you check the Americans and so on, the majority of them are saying that it's a normal destination. Now, that is not to say that Ghana is not, some prices in Ghana are not higher than in some other destinations. It's the nature of the destination, the experiences one can have, and so on. If you look at the breakdown of tourist expenditure, we are very much aligned with global trends. For example, 34% of expenditure is made on accommodation, 19% on entertainment, food and beverage about 15%, shopping about 13%, which is perhaps even lower than other places, and so on. But if you look at where, because you can have two kinds of tourists. One comes and decides to stay in Kempinski Hotel. He will pay $400 a night. Somebody comes, he takes an Airbnb somewhere. He and his family of three, they spend $100 per night on accommodation. So obviously, one is spending more. So it's to just take that 44 might not be a true reflection of the real situation on the ground. If you look at the numbers are climbing. We've actually exceeded pre-COVID levels. And also the expenditure, the average length of stay has increased from 14 to 17 days. Now, if the destination was that terrible, people will vote with their feet. But we see an upward trajectory. However, it's also true that, for example, for a good 4-star hotel, say in Dubai, you probably get it cheaper than what you get for comparative facilities in Ghana. But if you go to a good restaurant in Dubai, it probably might cost you more than a comparable restaurant in Accra. So we have to be a little measured in making that outright claim that Ghana is an expensive destination. Ghana is not.
Okay, well, that's an interesting opener to the conversation. When we come back, we'll be hearing from Nana Yao as well, and we'll be interrogating what Ben is saying to us. In fact, maybe before we go, Nana Yao, I'll touch on you very quickly. Look, what are your guests saying to you? Does it match what Ben is saying, that actually majority of them think it's not expensive?
Well, good morning once again. I have not seen the report yet. But as a hotelier, what I can tell you is that I charge rates that will make me survive. You understand? So if they are saying it's expensive relative to which country or to where? That is what I want to know. Because as far as I'm concerned, I don't think that you will charge a high rate and still survive in this industry. So maybe we have to look at the breakdowns of our expenditure, and then we'll be able to understand where the hotelier comes from.
Right.
You understand? I mean, there are so many things that go into it. Every time that I've had the opportunity to talk on your platform, I've advocated for things that we can do in this country to make sure that when the tourists come, they enjoy the country. You understand? If you have to pay so much electricity bill, and if the power is not stable and you have to spend so much on diesel, then certainly I'll have to pass it on to the customer. There's no way I can survive if I have to absorb all this all by myself as a small hotel. So, I mean, if they say it's expensive, well, I don't know. I don't know where they are comparing it to. But for me, I think that for the rate I charge, they should be fine.
Right.
they should be fine. Yes.
Okay, well, when we come back, we'll do all of this. We'll do the comparative analysis. We'll talk about how much these same facilities cost in other parts of the continent. We'll also talk about, we'll hear from actual tourists who are telling us.
Can I come in?
We'll hear from you, Ben. Don't worry. We need to take a break. When we come back, we'll hear from actual tourists as well, who will tell us what their experience is of the tourism, of their trips to Ghana. Stay with us.
There is time for everything, including exclusive breastfeeding by mothers, which starts within the first 30 minutes baby is born till the time the child is 6 months old. Grandma,
Grandpa,
husbands.
Let's all come on board Good Life and insist that our child takes only breast milk for the first 6 months. No food, no water, no gripe water.
Breast milk has all the nutrients the child needs to grow strong and healthy. So I ask, how is your good life?
Remember that exclusive breastfeeding for 6 months is best for baby, and good growth starts with right nutrition at birth. Good Life, live it well. It's an everyday thing. Good Life from Ghana Health Service and partners with support from USAID.
Hey, welcome back to work.
Charlie, thanks, bro. Thanks,
the
bro.
Malaria really knocked you down, eh?
Charlie, no joke. Hey, fever, headache, vomiting, loss of appetite. I couldn't even eat my usual fufu.
You and fufu?
How we go do it?
I hope you got tested before the malaria treatment.
Oh, yes, I did. And thanks to Malatu, I kicked out malaria one time.
Sharp. Anyway, sorry to ruin your excitement, but your boss asked of you.
Okay.
She says she has plenty work for you.
No problem, Charlie. Strength day.
You see,
When malaria strikes, take Malatu, containing Artemether and Lumefantrine. Comes in tablet and suspension for the effective treatment of malaria in adults and children. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor. Malatu is manufactured and distributed by Ernest Chemists Limited. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
December is just around the corner and our nation stands at a crossroads. Will we continue down the same path or will we forge a new one together? The choice is ours, but we need every voice to be heard. That is why the New Force is investing time and resources to educate and encourage everyone about the voters ID card registration. To all of you out there unsure if your vote matters, your voice matters. Your vote is your power and your opportunity to shape the future of our motherland. Don't let others decide for you. Don't stay silent. Get up, get out there, and get your voter's ID card today. Make sure you are ready to make a difference when the time comes. Don't delay. Act now. From the 7th to the 27th of May, and on the 30th of May, you can replace all missing ID cards. Every vote counts. Your vote, your destiny. A message from Nana Kwame Bediako and the New Force.
Think about it. You can either go out to watch one game at your local and pay for the bumpy, stuffy ride there. Then the food. Then the drinks with a 12,000% markup. And a new team jersey cause some drunk spilled red wine all over you. Or you can pay once right on your phone and watch 42 live Premier League games over a whole month. For unbeatable value for money entertainment, there's only one way to go. GoTV. Love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts as Adansi Travels and Joy FM are about to take you on an adventure of a lifetime. Imagine yourself soaring high with your favorite drive time program in the heart of South Africa. Starting from the 3rd of June, join me, Lexus Bill, and the Drive Time team as we dive into the soul of South Africa. Starting at an exclusive promo rate of $1,390, you get to choose your adventure. Whether it's the urban pulse of Joburg or the thrilling Sun City, we've got you covered. But wait, there's more. Be part of history and join us at the Legends and Legacy Ball at the Santin Convention Center, celebrating the iconic Yvonne Chaka Chaka. Call Adansi Travels now on 0595 500 817 or visit www.adansitravels.com to secure your spot. Remember, it's more than a journey. It's an experience that will stay with you forever.
For 15 years, Quick Credit has been your trusted partner in micro-lending, empowering lives, and making dreams a reality. Today, we're excited to announce a new age. Quick Credit is now Bills Microcredit. Still committed to serving Ghanaians and changing lives, Bills is here to show you that everything is possible. Join us as we embrace a brighter future. Bills, financing your needs.
From the producers of The Gods Are Not to Blame comes another theatrical marvel.
A deformity is a deformity!
In honor of Professor Martin Owusu, dive deep into the heart of Ghanaian theatre as Image Bureau,
In partnership with April Communications
and the National Theatre present
The Legend of Akusika.
That orphan who killed her mother and destroyed her own father.
Live at the National Theatre on June 1st, 2nd, 8th, and 9th at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. each day.
Tickets selling now at 200 Ghana cedis only
At imagebureaugh.com.
or dial star 714 star 11 star 21 hash.
The Legend of Akusika.
Directed by Na Ashoko.
Supported by the Ghana Tourism Authority,
New Plans Car Rental,
MGL Logistics,
Joy FM,
and proudly brought to you by
Stanbic Bank
and the National Lottery Authority.
The Legend of Akusika.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Two minutes to 9, and we're trying to figure out why some people think Ghana is expensive as a destination. Ben Ananinsia is the Deputy Chief Executive in charge of General Service at the Ghana Tourism Authority. He joins us alongside Nana Yao, who's a hotelier. Now, Ben has already shared his thoughts. He believes that, look, 50%, more than 50% actually think it's not expensive, and we should look at it from that perspective. Nana Yao says he charges what will make him survive as a hotelier. Now, we're going to interrogate some of these issues in a moment, but first I want you to hear a few people who have visited Ghana talk about their experience. Listen.
The cost of creating that lifestyle that you want, like I just mentioned. If you have kids, right, the cost of putting your kids in a decent school where they get a great education that's not just a chew and pour, or if you don't know what that means, it's basically like you're just regurgitating information. If you really want your kids to develop some critical thinking, some analytical skills, to engage in problem solving and really be responsible citizens, that means that that's a certain type of school you may have to put them in. Those schools are here, but oftentimes they're very expensive. So I've seen people leave quickest when they don't plan as thoroughly as they should. The minimal amount of blackouts, running water as much as possible, paved roads. You don't have to deal with sewer problems, like seeing open sewers and stuff like that in your neighborhood. You don't have to deal with like burning trash and goats and chickens and cows taking a dump in front of your yard. Like those basic things. That means that more than likely you're going to have to live in probably a gated community or a more developed community. Those communities, if you're living in Accra now, typically you're talking about, depending on your family size, maybe $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 and up a month for rent. Dollars, not CDs. And on top of that, you pay 12 months or 24 months in advance. So imagine right now, if you are a single person and you moved into a really nice neighborhood and you have to pay $36,000
When I go to like Kumasi, Red, the best. Go to the village, I get other food. It's so good. Like, but every time I'm that's my struggle. That's like my lower highlights of Ghana. Like, my food is very expensive in Accra, but it's not so great at all. Like, and the customer service, like, once I went to like the other day, me and Daniel went to we were shooting, and I was like, oh, I'm tired, like let's eat. So we went to a corner store. Like, you think it would not be more than 5 CDs, 10 CDs for the banco. I get like this small little fish.
Morning show.
Yeah, a few people talking about their experience here in Ghana. All right, now let's come back to our conversation. Now, Ben, you make the point that the cost of visiting Ghana is appropriate to the experience, and that you're wondering who we are being compared to when we are called expensive. Well, I mean, let's compare ourselves to the other African countries that are pushing tourism. So Kenya, South Africa, Egypt, Rwanda. I know that in South Africa, a 5-star hotel, you can get a room in a 5-star hotel for about $110. I did just a few weeks ago. But in Ghana, a 0-star hotel will charge you about $500 for a week's stay. I think that is fair to say that we are, in comparison, Ghana is more expensive. The question is why?
I come to that. I just like to point out a little thing about the comment the previous guy said. We are not talking about living in Ghana. It's different. If you're living here as an expatriate, it's different from the tourist experience, because there we are all paying rent advance 2 years, and so we accept those, and those are real realities on the ground. And we know that we haven't dealt with our trash problem. We know that there's rubbish around. Much as we try, we're not running away from those things. So let's not confuse those experiences. But like I said, accommodation is not the only component of tourist expenditure. It's a significant component, absolutely. Yes, that's true. But there are reasons why things are that way in Ghana. They would tell you, the operators would tell you, for example, if you and your South African counterpart wanted to take loans to build hotels in different countries, your interest rate is probably higher than the other. So there are structural rigidities that may make those things a reality. But it's also a function of demand and supply. The numbers. We have deliberately tried to make December, the last month of December, early January, the go-to place in Ghana. Previously, the hotels were completely empty. You go there, all the businesses are gone for vacation, and they are just losing money. So as the numbers come in, and there's higher demand, and there's a response from the supply side, some of those things are bound to go down. I mean, if you were charging $400 and the rooms were empty, nobody would tell you that you should adjust those things. And remember that we've come from a history of a country where we have price controls and so on, which we don't have anymore. So really, it becomes almost unreasonable to legislate prices, to allow the market and the operators who also have an interest in continuous occupancy to deal with those issues. There's also the component of inputs for the hotel. The import component of the things we use here is so high. Your bedsheet is imported, your butter, almost practically everything is imported, your furniture and everything. So if you have a challenge, you have to import. And then you have to deal with the cedi depreciation and all of that. I'm not holding brief for them, but they are not greedy people. There's a reason why they are pushed into charging those prices sometimes. And so we have to work with that as we manage the macro angle that some of those things are dealt with. But all in all, even at these current prices, it is not fixed. You are not bound to stay in a 4-star hotel. They are equally good options. You see what I'm saying? And so if you really do want to come, I think what we offer is not it's not above board, and the experience you get I believe it's worth what people are paying for. There are certain things we would like to see go down. For example, airfares to Ghana. For a comparative 6-hour flight, say from London, New York, or whatever, maybe you could find that it's much more expensive coming down here than going to other places. Those things we have to work with to make sure that we really lift tourists with more disposable income when they come down here. Yeah. We're working on things like visas. Electronic visas are almost imminent. They'll come into so that we remove some of the bottlenecks. But in terms of regulation of prices, that's really up to the business people to respond to the market demands.
Right. Now, Ben, you seem to be saying two different things, though.
I'm not.
First of all, you're explaining why things are expensive.
No,
but then
expensive is a relative function of an accepted okay price. What I'm saying is that, I mean, there are reasons why they charge what they charge. You know, I don't find them expensive.
Okay, all right. Then let's go along with that. Your claim is that you don't think that these prices are expensive. In fact, you think that the market will regulate itself as more and more numbers come in. Well, you pointed out that this survey was done during December last year, at the time when we had the most people here. The hotels were full. But that was the time people were complaining about things being expensive. So what does that mean? Are you suggesting that the hoteliers should have been making things a bit cheaper because there were lots of people, but they didn't? They failed to do so?
Maybe my other colleague who answered should pick up this question.
Well, first I want to know what you are saying. Then I'll ask him to answer.
You know, what I'm saying is that, one, if there's an influx of people and there's a supply constraint, sometimes prices will push up because the demand, I mean, it's full. The rooms are full, so they can probably charge anywhere. If there were empty rooms, then there will be the incentive to go down. Otherwise, you would also think that because there's more people to fill the room, they'll go for volumes rather than price. But those ones, I think I would really want to leave it for the price people to decide to tell us why they charge what they charge those here.
Well, Nanaya, that's your cue. I guess you can now expand on what you were saying earlier. The suggestion here is...
my colleague on the other side has done an excellent job. You know, I think we have to situate this discussion in a proper context. I mean, if you talk about hotels in South Africa and other places, I don't think you are being fair, because the kind of burden we face in this country, I don't think they face the same burden. You know, my colleague on the other side talked about interest on loans if I have to build a new hotel or if I have to expand on my hotel. Currently, I'm doing an expansion work in my hotel, and I have to sink so much money in it. Look, I mean, the amount of money I put in there, if I'm not careful, I will not be able to recoup my investment within a reasonable time. Maybe my great-grandchildren will not even be able to. You understand? I mean, we are talking about a situation where, as hotels, we have always talked about some of these bodies consolidating the bills they bring to us. For instance, you have, from the assembly, you have business operating permit, you have signboard fees, you have property rate, you have renewal of certificate, you have environmental health people coming. Okay? That is not all. You have Ghana Tourism Levy, you have EPA coming, you have Food and Drugs Authority, Fire Service, and TV license. I mean, I don't even get a TV signal from my place. The local TV, I use a DSTV. You understand? That is not all. You talk about electricity bill, and it's so huge. Over the last year or two, my electricity bill has doubled. I was paying 1,000 Ghana cedis or thereabouts for water bill just about a year or two ago. Now I pay 8,000 Ghana cedis. Chlorine tablets and granules for treating my pool, the price has doubled. The linens I use, bedsheet, towels, curtains, they are all imported. And because of the situation with the currency, the price has doubled. I mean, so if you look at all this, the last time I went to buy water heater, a 10-liter Ariston water heater is now selling for about 2,000 Ghana cedis. If I have to replace it, it's cost. You understand? I don't want to go into the food aspect. The price of chicken has doubled. Over the last year or two, sausage has doubled. How much is the crate of egg now? A crate of egg used to be sold at 20 Ghana cedis or 18 Ghana cedis just about a year or two ago. It's now 50 Ghana cedis. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if we look at all this and we want to compare to other places, other countries, I'm sure they have flat rates. For instance, I've talked about this VAT flat rate. If, for instance, I'm getting a 3% flat rate instead of what I'm charging now, the total of 21%, then I'll be able to reduce my price for people to be able to afford. But that notwithstanding, like my other colleague said, I think that most of the hotels in Ghana are not charging higher rates. It depends on who is talking. Because my hotel, my rate ranges between 620 Ghana cedis to 1,004.
Right.
All right? There's a neighboring hotel beside me charging about $300.
Mm-hmm.
All right? So it depends on where you want to go to. If, for instance, you want to go enjoy yourself in a 5-star hotel, I think that based on their cost component, they also decide on the rate they want to charge. Yeah. And I don't think that, you can charge certain rates if the demand is not there. If you are sitting in your hotel and charging 1,000 Ghana and people are not coming, I don't think that you can continue charging 1,000 Ghana when people are not coming. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So let's look at this discussion very well. There's so much burden on the hoteliers in Ghana that it's not as if we just want to charge people anyhow. It is the cost component of what we are doing that makes us charge what we charge.
You charge what will make you survive, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Nana. Ben.
I'd like to add that accommodation is not the only cost for tourists. It's about, say, a third of the cost. Now, if you look at all the other things like entrance fees to tourist sites, I don't know if anybody has gone to the Louvre or Madame Tussauds or something. Or if you compare the equivalent in Ghana, it's peanut. If you look at transportation, if you took, say, the National Express bus from London to Manchester, compare that to taking VIP from here to, say, Kumasi or Sunyani, it's just a pretense. Food. You can eat a decent meal in Ghana for 20, 30 cedis, which is, I don't know how many dollars that would be, $2 or something. So it's not true that the entire, value chain for the experience in Ghana is prohibitive. Taxis and Ubers in
Ben,
Ghana. Yeah, hello?
Ben, your 40% of your customers are telling you that your product is expensive. And you are telling them that it's not true. Aren't you worried?
I'm not saying that some people will not find it expensive. You see what I'm saying?
So what are you going to do about this 40%? Almost half. They are telling you that the thing is expensive. And your plan is to bring more people. So what are you going to do? Hello, do we have Ben?
Yeah, sorry, I just lost you for a second. Yeah.
So I'm saying 40% of them are telling you that it's expensive. Instead of saying it's not true, what can you actually do to ensure that this 40% change their mind and you can get more people, not less?
The critical thing is value for money. People should know that they've got a proper value for what they have done, what they have paid for, in terms of service quality, in terms of product quality. That is where there is a disconnect. But in terms of just the actual price of stuff, I am not convinced that Ghana is an expensive destination.
So you basically disagree with 40% of your customers?
Yes, I probably do.
Okay. So then they will just have to go and shop somewhere else, is what you're telling them. Ben, are you with us?
Yes, I am with you.
Yeah. So basically, the conclusion is that the conclusion is that they will just have to go somewhere else because you disagree with them.
No, I'm not saying that to hell with them. There are certain rigidities we can eliminate, but by and large, we have to offer. It's not the amount of money that should be reduced, but the service that we offer for that product must be comparable, must be fit for purpose. Then people can see that I spent X amount of money and I think I've got the value of that money. We can't necessarily push down prices artificially. It doesn't work that way.
And talking about, pushing down prices artificially, you've had Nanaya make the point, Ben, that they have to pay so many taxes. While it will be difficult to
I think sometimes.
Please hold on, Anaya. Ben, hold on. Can't the Ghana Tourism Authority begin an advocacy or begin discussions within government to have some of these taxes removed or reduced?
Well, taxes are set by Parliament, the quantum and the figures and all of that. And most of these fees they are asking for, they are paid annually. Honestly, I'm sure if they put all the quantum of payments they do as a percentage of their operational revenues and returns, it might not be too outrageous. I mean, if they honestly did that. Maybe what they want is the inconvenience of having to deal with too many institutions and so on. I don't think it's the quantum that's a problem. I know he's talking about high electricity bills and so on and so on. But you have to put yourself in the national context. We know the challenges of the energy sector and so on. So some of these things, it becomes difficult to offer an immediate solution. You see what I'm saying?
Nanaya, are you talking about dealing with a lot of institutions, or you're unhappy?
Yeah, if the high electricity bill matter we are talking about, for instance, here we're talking about the taxes. If we want to stimulate tourism in this country, if the government believes that tourism forms a major part, of revenue for the country, why don't we look at, let's say, the hotel industry, for instance, or the hospitality industry, for instance, and fashion out a special rate for us? That is what we've been asking for. You understand what I'm saying? And then we are also saying that this power crisis thing, they should be able to stabilize the situation, because we can't spend so much money buying diesel to power our plants. Definitely, if we have to spend so much, we'll have to pass on the cost. These are the things we are talking about.
So at this point, I mean, Ben, if you disagree with the 40% of those who say Ghana is more expensive, that means that nothing will be done to try and make it cheaper, because you don't think it's expensive.
I don't think that's what I'm trying to come. What I'm saying is that there are certain things that we can work to push down. You see, if we look at the breakdown of all the expenditure, for example, we are working at one of the problems they have, for example, is some of the comments was that our visa fees were high. If you drill down, compared to say Senegal, it was like, I think it's about $25 and so on. And so that is being addressed by the electronic visa arrangement that is being done. So that can be sorted out. But immediately, we do not have a national airline in place, for example. We can only encourage or have an ongoing discussion with the airlines to see about reasonable pricing on the route, so that takes a chunk. But we don't control that. We don't control that. We can only continue to highlight it, but we don't control that.
Well, the hoteliers have given you a suggestion, Ben.
Yeah.
They are saying that in other parts of the world, fixed rates are negotiated for hospitality, where they want to boost tourism. They do that. So would the Ghana Tourism Authority not be interested in pioneering or, in advocating for some better rates on taxes, and not just taxes, but all of these local authority levies and so forth, some better conditions for hoteliers so that they can accommodate your guests cheaper?
Precisely.
No, there's an ongoing dialogue. They know that there are discussions to address these on an ongoing basis.
Tell us about them.
We are the Ministry of Tourism. We can only make representations to, say, the Ministry of Local Government or the Ministry of Energy and so on. But ultimately, the decision would come from those sectors. And we cannot promise that we can, on our own, reverse things as they are. But there's an established private-public partnership forum, including the private sector, that on a consistent basis we present needs and grievances and issues to Parliament and so on. And they know it's not like we are not making those efforts. But they have to appreciate that some of those challenges are not things that can be resolved immediately.
Okay. Nanaya, I asked you earlier, I mean, that's part of my question. I asked about the taxes because earlier Ben had indicated that maybe you have concerns with the number of institutions and not say the amount of taxes that you pay. So I want to know your take on this. Is it the case that...
So what I'm saying is that, I mean, quite apart from the number of institutions coming, the rate, some of the rates they bring are so arbitrary. I don't know how they set the fees.
Okay.
All right. And then I also talked about the VAT rate. I mean, that is what can also drive the price down. If I have to give a total of, or put a total of 21% VAT, as compared to giving me a 3% flat rate, which will drive the price down, I think they should have a look at it.
Okay. Just by way of clarification, apart from VAT, what other taxes must you charge on a daily basis?
Well, so like you said, a lot of these statutory payments are yearly. But what I'm saying is that for a small hotel like mine, if you give me a property rate of 8,000 and BOP of 2,000 and environmental health and signboard fee of 5,000 and all those things, it becomes difficult for me. Maybe for others it is not too much, but for a one-star hotel, I don't know. I have my breakdowns. I don't want to go too public with it, but what we are saying is that it's one too many. They can consolidate this as an assembly, and for instance, give a hotel an X amount of money to pay to take care of all these things I'm talking about. You understand? And then that apart from that, we have GPA levy, we have to pay EPA, Food and Drugs Authority, fire permit, other ones. Why don't we look at merging some of these ones to make life easier for us so that we can also pass on to the customers?
All right.
Well, just before we leave, I was going to say what can we do in the future, but it appears to me that the Ghana Tourism Authority actually thinks that the situation is fine. Nanayao, let me
from my end, like I've said, we've had this conversation. I appreciate the effort being made to address our situation, but if you remember, at Joy FM, I've been on this platform for the last how many years now, and I keep advocating for this, and I don't know how long it's going to take if we really, see tourism, the tourism sector, as very important. I think that, serious work must be done to address this situation. I've talked about this flat rate for VAT. I've talked about special utility rates. I've talked about assemblies consolidating. And more importantly, arresting the dollar. I mean, it's very key because a lot of these things we buy are imported. And so if the dollar keeps going, the cedi keeps, devaluating, it becomes a problem. I mentioned prices of chicken and sausage and even egg, which is mostly produced locally, has shot up so high. And so it's difficult. It's difficult. I mean, like I said, my hotel, I don't think that my rates are outrageous. I don't think so at all. We are just trying to survive because if you charge too high, you end up having an empty hotel and nobody will patronize you.
Right.
So it's not as if we don't care about people. You understand what I'm saying? But we must also survive. That's the fact of the matter. We must survive.
Thank you so much for your time with us. Nanaya is a hotelier here in Accra, and we also heard from Ben Anani Nsia, who is the Deputy Chief Executive in charge of General Service at the Ghana Tourism Authority. All right, some messages. We're back after these.
teeth too hard, and especially with a hard bristled toothbrush. While we encourage you to brush your teeth often, please use a soft to medium bristled toothbrush, like the Pepsodent toothbrushes. These are gentle on your teeth and gums and are also able to clean hard to reach areas of the mouth. Let's stop brushing aggressively. This list is not exhaustive. There are others, like crushing ice with the teeth, biting your nails, and grinding the teeth. Tooth discoloration is when the perceived color of the tooth looks deviated from normal. And what is normal? So the teeth typically are very white in very young children, off-white in adults, and whitish yellow as you age. When you use your teeth as openers, you can crack or chip your tooth. This can affect your smile. Your teeth will look unaesthetic, it could feel sensitive, and depending on how bad the chip is, you could even feel pain and eventually lose your tooth. Bad habits are not easy to break, but can be broken. Let's put in every effort to stop these poor oral habits. Remember to always brush your teeth twice daily with a fluoride toothpaste like Pepsodent. And visit the dentist regularly. Your teeth will thank you. This campaign is proudly brought to you by Pepsodent in partnership with Ghana Dental Association.
Action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Right, so welcome back and thank you very much for staying with us. This is the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And this morning we're about to have a very, very important conversation. Pay attention because you would love this. We're joined by Scoffrey Nana, who is transformational coach and president of ICF Ghana chapter, and Malcolm Phillips is ICF regional director Europe and Africa, because we're talking about coaching, which is over $4.5 billion industry for practitioners. And you know, coaching has undergone a lot of testing, and neurophysiological outcomes are incredible, with revenue for this year expected to hit some $6 billion. Let that sink in a little bit. I know how you can take advantage of that. So this morning, we're joined by Scoffrey and Malcolm. Good morning. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having us. Good morning.
And I hope you're doing very well.
Awesome. We thank God for life.
And I'm sure somebody's asking himself, Scoffrey, let me start off with you. How can Ghana have a share in all of this?
I think the first point is the chapter that sets into the space. Okay. Because if you don't have a representation at the global pool, your access to the pie is limited. So prior to having a chapter, we were coaches, we were ICF coaches, but the access to the global pie gets expanded the moment this chapter arrives. It means that, for instance, yesterday we were meeting organizations to say the chapter is here. So henceforth, when you need coaches, you have a pool of them. Okay. Automatically, that is a plug-in into the global pot of hopefully this year $6 billion. Okay. And if your coaches who do internal and external coaching for clients, both outside and inside, begins to generate dollar revenues, whether the dollar stays within. So that is where Ghana must tap into the revenue of the close to the $6 billion that we are expecting for the globe to benefit from.
Great. So let's just, get some definitions going for starters, understanding what coaching is all about. Malcolm?
Yeah, so coaching is really, it's one of the developmental interventions, you can put it that way. So we've got mentoring, we've got counseling, psychology to help you grow, and then we've got coaching. So there are equally independent models of working in terms of your personal professional development. So it's very empowering. And ICF defines coaching as a partnership between a client and a coach that unlocks potential that the client has but have not even recognized. It also brings in new ways of thinking so that the client can actually design the life that they want. I think we all have an idea to transform something in our life in one way or the other. Whether I'm transitioning from school to varsity, from varsity through to career, or getting married, or moving house, whatever it might be, there's transition that happens. How do I deal with that? As a leader, how do I grow as a leader? Some of us are very good technical specialists, and suddenly I start a business, and now what? I know how to do the work. How do I negotiate? How do I do this? Coaching helps us to unlock that so that you can actually become that entrepreneur, that academic, that business owner, that leader that actually defines who they are and be able to lead authentically within that.
Great. And so on that note, how can coaching aid in leadership and development across board?
Like, I'll pick from where Malcolm stopped. You know, as a leader, what you do, what you say, how you do it, and everything has got a rippling effect. So the moment you have a coach on your side, let's say you are going for any negotiation and you say, my brother, I'm going for negotiation, I want to discuss it at a session. We would have gone through and you would have had an incessant of inspiration. You would have gone through a 3D scan of what this conversation could look like. The next person on that side of the table, if that person does not have a coach in his or her corner, it's a game for you automatically because you have broadened your scope of everything. That is why coaching is leadership critical. That even now, we are even saying every leader must have a certain skill set of coaching in their leadership. Because whatever you say, how you do it, your policies, how you sleep, your relationship, your friendship, your family life, everything is mission critical to the total development of your nation and the growth of it. So it doesn't matter whether you are leading 2 people, you are leading 5 people, you are leading 1,000 people. It is mission critical that you have a coach in your corner that will support you. The research says that the individual benefit of coaching is 70%. Why wouldn't you put your investment in there to make sure your leaders bring in that requisite 70% development, personal growth, productivity, communication, effective people management?
Okay. Now, once you've talked about the research, let's look at the impact of coaching. What the statistics or research says about the impact of coaching for an organization.
So definitely there's a revenue increase from a bottom line, and so from profit and top line, there's an increase in that. And the reason for that is really about creating a culture where the employees and the team is able to thrive. If you think about it, for any organization to exist in future, you need to make changes. So if you are in a leadership position and you get stuck in your own way and not opening up for the others, I think we just had an earlier conversation now. The young people must come up. How do we create the environment for them to come up? Now, by doing that, your retention rate, number one, is quite high. The organization that we spoke to yesterday, their retention of staff is in the 90%, which is very unlikely generally. But because they've got a coaching culture, so which means they don't spend money on recruitment cost, they don't lose productivity because they need to train Malcolm for 3 months before he starts to settle in. So all of that kind of helps the organization to say, we don't have leakage of our profits just because of recruitment X, Y, and Z, because we actually retain. Secondly, the way our staff think, even if it's our sales team, our back office team, it doesn't matter. The way they operate then reduces cost and increase opportunities. And that is how the organization can benefit from an ROI. And thirdly, from a culture perspective, when the culture in an organization is good, people thrive and the organization thrives.
Great. So, Scoffrey, earlier you're talking about, having a chapter. And why that's important for us in getting part of it. Let's throw more light on that before we talk about the big launch. Why is that so much of a big deal?
Coaching is a very powerful human intervention. So you need a chapter that becomes a space for your coaches to continuously grow their coaching craft. Because day in and day out, ICF is producing research into why coaching is a powerful intervention. That is one for the coaches. 2, it gives the coaches a community to belong to, because there is peer coaching, there is peer-to-peer supervision, there is all that in there for the benefit of the coach. Then thirdly, you, the coach, gets to have a space where you also grow individually. Because in coaching, there is no sense of judgment, there is no one criticizing you, but honest feedback, feed forward and all that. That is for the coaches. But when you have a chapter in the nation, businesses have a direct point of call to go to in assessing coaches. Businesses know where, if they want to form organizational coaching culture, they know that there is a space we can go to seek for that support, to aid us to entrench coaching culture. Then on the national level, in national decision making, if you are going for your strategic sessions and say we want to put 2 coaches in that session to guide us as we develop our business future, something shifts. So having a chapter in the nation supports our growth and our development.
So tell us about the big day, the official launch, and what the expectations are.
Tomorrow, by God's grace, we are launching ICF Ghana chapter after several years of attempts. Last year gave us the door, and we want to acknowledge our director who supported us to make sure it's a reality. So tomorrow we are having him as one of the keynote speakers. We have the Global Enterprise Chair for ICF, Dr. Dumisani, is coming. We'll pick him up today to also give some words. We have Professor Samoni Odai. He's an astute executive coach and academician. One of the most amazing global water resource engineers the world knows. Also giving a submission. We have 2 companies, Stanbic and MTN. Because they have integrated coaching culture, they need to share that experience with the world that indeed this is what coaching have done to our business as organization. Then also to showcase the coaches in Ghana to the corporate world and announce to the world that, hey, there is a second chapter in West Africa that wants a bite of the global cake that we are looking at that almost that $6 billion.
Yeah, $6 billion. Okay, anything you want to add, Malcolm?
Yeah, I'm just excited to be here because, when we look at ICF, our vision is that coaching is an integral part to transforming societies. And we can't do that transformation at a distance. So the local chapter becomes very relevant in helping societies transform and also to advance the coaching excellence locally. So, yeah, we're excited that the chapter is here. And we actually would encourage anybody, whether you are an individual, just someone in the community who feels that they want their personal growth, to reach out to the chapter. If you're an organization saying, I'm hearing this thing about a coaching culture, come and talk to us about it. Reach out to the local chapter so that they can come and explain, come in and share and journey with you.
And just to wrap up, having the chapter aids individuals and companies to cut away from the street coaches. Because it is important. Wherever God is preparing his MPC, you have had Satan also smoking his fish. So a chapter allow people to have access to trained, certified, credential coaches so that you don't fall victim to those who carry themselves as coaches but yet they are not trained or something of that sort.
So the launch is tomorrow. Where's the venue?
The venue is EcoBank headquarters. They have an auditorium. So EcoBank headquarters auditorium. The time is 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. strictly by invitation.
Thank you very, very much, Scofield Yeboah, who's transformational coach and president, ICF Ghana chapter, and also Malcolm Phillips, who's ICF regional director, Europe and Africa, for joining us this morning. We're very grateful to you.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Folks, we'll be right back after these messages.
Dive into a new era of news consumption with myjoyonline.com, your go-to destination for cutting-edge journalism, giving you the most credible stories from business to politics and from sports to entertainment. Myjoyonline.com introduces an upgraded news website meticulously designed to empower you with an enriched browsing experience like never before. Experience the future of news browsing with myjoyonline.com.
GH Ghana, are you ready for the biggest football night? The Hits FM Rep Your Jersey 2024. The clock is ticking towards the UEFA Champions League finale. The heat is on. The Spaniards, Real Madrid, clash with the Germans. Borussia Dortmund for the UEFA trophy. Which team are you rooting for, or are you against for shaggy reasons? Wear your favorite UEFA club jersey and join us at the Viation Social Center on Saturday, 1st June 2024 for the 13th edition of the Hits FM Rep Your Jersey from 10 a.m. till you drop. Come compete in the club's fun, entertainment, and other activities. We got sports quiz, five-a-side soccer, e-game contest, and many more with amazing prizes to be won. Be there to watch the climax of football's greatest story, Hala Madrid versus the black and yellow in grand style on a giant screen. Follow us on our social media platforms. Hashtag Hits Rep Your Jersey 24. The Hits FM Rep Your Jersey is supported by Joy Sports and Joy Prime TV and sponsored by Soccer Bet. Your best bet for sports betting. Shelters lozenges. Think natural, think Shelters. Heineken, Share the Passion, National Petroleum Authority, Jamar Detergent, your partner for clean clothes, Syntex tanks, and you're strong and you're tough. Peugeot from Silver Star Auto, Franco Trading Enterprise, Still Foam Papa Power Fie, Citizen Sports Mall, Ice Drop Drinking Water. Stay healthy, stay hydrated.
You're welcome to the maiden edition of the Joy News Impact Makers Award.
Tonight we gather here to honor and celebrate individuals.
We celebrate the goodness in our humanity
and create more inclusive, compassionate, and thriving societies.
The overall winner, Isaac Ajato.
In a land where dreams are often cradled in the arms of hope, there exists a league of unsung heroes. They are the silent architects of change, the torchbearers who illuminate paths where once there was only darkness. From the verdant stretches of our farms to the innovative labs of science, from the warm embrace of humanitarian aid to the simplest acts of kindness. These are the changemakers who sculpt the future of our nation, stitch by stitch. Unknown to them, their acts of selflessness have resonated across the land, stirring the hearts of many and sparking a movement of recognition and celebration. It's that time of the year again. Joy News proudly presents the Impact Makers Awards 2024. Join us in our quest to spot and honor those steadfast warriors who are remolding the destiny of our communities and our nation. This is your moment to nominate the unsung hero in your midst, the beacon of change whose story deserves to be told. To nominate your Impact Maker of the Year, send your entries to impact.makersawards@myjoyonline.com. Let's amplify their stories. The Joy News Impact Makers Awards, celebrating ordinary people making extraordinary impact.
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set.
Love this tune. Addictive. And anyway, you reminisce later. It's the Super Morning Show on Joy. And in a land where
is it Barracuda days or K Waddles days? It's important to put in perspective.
In a land where
Barracuda or K Waddles.
In a land where dreams are often cradled in the arms of hope, there exists a league of unsung heroes. They are the silent architects of change, the torchbearers who illuminate paths where once there was only darkness. These are the change makers who sculpt the future of our nation stitch by stitch. Unknown to them, their acts of selflessness have resonated across the land, stirring the hearts of many and sparking a movement of recognition and celebration. It's that time of the year again. Joy News, with support from the McDan Foundation, brings you the Joy News Impact Makers Awards 2024. Join us in our quest to spotlight and honor those steadfast warriors who are remolding the destiny of our communities and our nation. The Joy News Impact Makers Awards, celebrating ordinary people making extraordinary impact. The Joy News Impact Makers Awards are proudly sponsored by DBS Industries Limited. We truly are your roof experts. Gold Key Properties, building prestige since 1997. First National Bank, how can we help? And the McDan Foundation, building a better community. Joy News, independent, fearless, credible.
Now, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, together with its stakeholders, invites the general public to the third Made in Ghana Bazaar to be held at the Accra International Conference Center from the 23rd to the 25th of May 2024, under the theme Promoting Made in Ghana Goods and Services for Economic Prosperity. There will be live performances of authentic Ghanaian music, playground for kids, and panel discussions on the changing nature of economic diplomacy, a private sector perspective, equipping SMEs to take advantage of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. Now, projecting the creative art industry for sustainable development is also one of the topics that will be discussed. Admission is free. For inquiries, please call 0538 062 264 020 249 932. These are the two numbers you can call. Visit the third Made in Ghana Bazaar and shop for all your authentic Ghanaian products at affordable prices. Yawazoye.
Inyo and Ghana, are you ready for the biggest football night? Yes, the Hits FM rep your jersey. Look, the clock is ticking and the heat is getting intense as we head towards the UEFA Champions League final. Which teams are going to make it? Well, the teams have made it already to the final. That's Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund. Who will lift the ultimate trophy? Who will seize the glory? Wear your favorite club jersey and join us at the Aviation Social Center on Saturday, 1st June. If you're a Manchester United fan, you can't wear it. For the 13th edition of the Hits FM, rep your jersey from 10 a.m. till you drop. There'll be loads of fun, excitement, entertainment, and activities such as sports quiz, five-a-side soccer, e-game contest, and many more, with amazing prizes to be won. You don't want to miss the climax of football's greatest story in grand style on a giant screen. Follow us on our social media platforms, hashtag HitsFM Rep Your Jersey 24. The Hits FM Rep Your Jersey is supported by Joy Sports and Joy Prime TV and sponsored by SoccerBet, your best bet for sports betting. Heineken, share the passion. National Petroleum Authority, Jama Soap, your partner for clean clothes. Syntex Tank, you're strong, you're tough. Franco Trading Enterprise, Steel Phone, Papa Perfie, and Peugeot from Silver Star Auto and Citizens Sports Mall.
Do you know my favorite thing about Rep Your Jersey?
No.
The way you guys look with your round stomachs in your jersey. It makes me so happy.
There are no extra large shirts available.
You know what? Manchester United should start making kaftan.
Yeah.
Oh, but in my Manchester United jersey, you won't see anything. Everything flats. Because I bought extra
you can
large.
put on corset.
No, extra. Oh, that one. No, you can't can't laugh.
Even if you
can't laugh.
Why would you put on corset?
Even if you buy Manchester United canopy.
No, my guy, if you put on corset, you can't laugh.
Oh, really?
when all your friends are laughing, then you do.
Is that what happened to the other gender?
You have to pretend you are a serious guy.
Well, you know, Pastor, I am not part of this conversation.
Look, play it safe. Go to kingdomstoreonline.com and spend your money on some quality office essentials, equipment, furniture, stationery. Pay via Momo across all networks and then just wait comfortably in your home or office for your timely delivery. Now, if you're in Accra or Tema, you even get free delivery, which is always good. Terms and conditions do apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
Now you say goodbye to memorizing 1,001 short codes. Experience a complete one-click access to all MTN services with my MTN app. You can now check your airtime, data, and Momo balance, buy bundles with airtime or from your Momo wallet, monitor your data usage and calls made, access your MTN Momo account, and so much more, all on the My MTN app. Download My MTN app from the App Store, Google Play Store today and experience a super convenient way to do things you love on your favorite network, MTN. So, what are you going to do today, Kojo?
Well, the options are endless, thank God.
Yeah.
Okay, well, listen, it's been real. It's been great. I think we should probably leave the rest of the time for DJ Ubeti to throw us back into the 90s and early 2000s with a bit more of that great hip life. So enjoy that. The 10 o'clock bulletin is coming up. Stay with Joy for the duration. We're back tomorrow with Friday morning's edition of the Super Morning Show. Don't miss it. On behalf of the team, thank you for listening. My name is Kojo Yankson. I'm the morning man.
Winston Amoa.
Raymond Alqua.
Happy birthday to Rodamela. Have a good one.
Yeah, we'll do party for you, okay?